Status live, Discord. That should be fine. Alright. Yep, still the same. 1014. Aim. You realize that under such sight, you never had anywhere to hide. And artillery. Sarcastic precision engineering drones charge the. Okay, so it's a drone that charges it? Oh god. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna be bad or this is gonna be bad. Well, we're about to find out. Phantom? Maybe not. Who is good though? Keta. You have the shield, right? Yep. Only one. Not enough each. We'll see. This team looks fine to me. Sorry, yes, sir. Manfred. We're down 13 civilians and 9 soldiers. Wait, we're down 13 civilians. Rhodes Island. We're proving to be quite troublesome. General, we finished the headcount on the remaining Dublin soldiers. Give them one chance. Those willing to join us will enter the mercenary squad. As for those who aren't, you already know what to do with them. Yes, sir. At your best showing, General Manfred. Who's this? Holder? I didn't expect for Confessarius' messenger to still be here. Them and their masks. The shoulder is actually kind of bloated as well. Both the leader and the regent are concerned about the battle situation unfolding in this inconspicuous corner. I trust the Sanguinarch is no exception. After all, his generosity last night took a lot of the pressure off of us. Alright, he wanted me to let you know the atmosphere here is too filthy. He doesn't plan to wait around much longer. At the moment, he is in the unfortunate process of requisitioning the property of a factory owner and will be enjoying a late dinner. Requisitioning? Where is he getting it? I do hope that whoever the prince requisitioned the factory from isn't one of our partners. Does that matter? These inefficient factories provide us with hardly anything worthwhile. All they do is breed pests. His patience will only last until tomorrow night. If you are unable to provide him with a satisfactory banquet, then he will sweep these filthy streets as he sees appropriate. Okay. Rip. Is this a Sanguinarch's intent, or the decision of the military commission? Always fuzzing over these irrelevant details. This is exactly why you've been pinned down in this little dump. His Highness expected more of you. Please report back to the Prince. We are deeply grateful to his assistance and will proceed with the next phase of the operation. Very well, we look forward to seeing your results. Oder? Heading up to war isn't nearly as much of a slog as talking to these royal court people, eh? So this is where you've been hiding. I assure you, I haven't been slacking up. So you can tell on W? You can stop cradling that arm you nearly lost. Tell me, which of your old acquaintances did that to you? The one with the explosives or the one with the sword? Ah, that I noticed. Sorry, it hurts so bad I can't remember any. Since they left you with another arm to pick up a sword with, it seems whoever it was still have a soft spot for it. It's almost daybreak. Yeah, looks like it. Stop leaning against the wall in a daze. Break time's over. Mercenaries aren't eligible for sick leave, right? Let's go, the battle is far from over. Oh. Louisa. How many injured are there? Take them to get treated right now. Also help out. Classic medic. Bring Harmo over here. We have to speed up the evacuation. Also, dispatch some messengers outside the city. Worst case scenario, we need to be prepared to relocate the bulk of the population. SSC soldier. Yes, commander. Besiege. Besiege? Oh, sorry, your voice always makes my mind wander off. You must be exhausted, just like our soldiers. Thanks for your concern. I'm hanging in there. Piece of intel you brought back. But the warriors of Team 6 were slaughtered by extremely terrifying Originamarts. This is critically important to us. If only I could have gone to the surface to check on them sooner. No, you would have been in danger too. Besides, you already done enough. Not for your quick thinking, it might have been just Team 6 that ran into him, but the rest of our troops and your people as well. Who is he? Those Sarkaz soldiers seem to call him a prince. 3 months ago, a noble's banquet was held in northern Londinium. It began with great fanfare. The lights stayed on the entire night, and it wasn't until the servants went to clean the venue on the second day that they discovered that the only thing left was a still playing record player. Everyone was dead? All killed in a single instant, it seems. Some of them still kept their posture from the moment of death, glasses raised in a toast. Among the slain were those with connections with us. Heidi knew them too. That's right. I lost several old friends that night. The SSC also lost a significant portion of its network throughout the city. It's not for no reason that we retreated to the edge of the wall. It's thanks to Heidi's unfaltering efforts that we managed to survive, and soon enough we'll have a chance to face the Sarkaz head on. Before that though, we still need to escape the gaze of that terrifying individual. Amiya, would you happen to know who he is? Manfred? If my hunch is correct, the person looming above us is probably a vampire. This'll be tough. How tough? To be honest, it's probably easier for me to make a new one from scratch than try to glue the pieces together. Don't have the parts. Huh? No way. We're in Londinium. Most of the city's industrial resources are controlled by the Sarkaz, and we don't exactly have the luxury of scrounging up scraps from something that won't be useful in the battle. Your work environment is way too impoverished? You can speak your mind, the commander ain't here. Way too much of a challenge. Cuff, cuff. Disclosure, what's up? Did you know when you talk about being challenged, your eyes seem to light up physically? Huh? Really? Must be because I'm getting excited. Is it scary? It's fine. To be honest, it wasn't until I met you that I found out that Sarkaz can do more than just fight. Oh, there are a lot of people who aren't fighters like me. Naturally, I'm a vampire, so of course I was born with some handy talents. Huh? You? What is his speed? It'd take a week for me to do what you did in a single night. Why do you think the pillars of Rhodes Islands are so good? Take a good look at my eyes. If the Rhodes Islands landship was filled with vampires, working at night would be no problem, and we'd cut down big on the electricity bill. Okay? Are there a lot of vampire engineers? Probably not. Of course not. They all... Hey, why'd you start shuddering all of a sudden? Blame Londinium. It's been a long time since I last felt the fear of being this close to a den of evil. Look, my hands are totally frozen stiff, and I need these hands. Can they like sense each other? Could it be that Team 6 ran into... I sure hope not. If so, for real, I need to give you guys a serious warning. Just in case, if you ever run into another vampire, run. No, it might already be too late by then. I hope you'll never ever bump into them. We'll see. Morgan, you and Indra will go help the SSC relocate. I'll be there right away. Ina. What is it, doctor? Were you looking for me? How are you doing? I'm fine, but I'm really worried about Dagda. She's fine. She's in chapter 11. It's no different from how you're worried about us, though. We both have our own responsibilities to shoulder. Dagda is pretty much in the same situation as me. Every moment she stayed with me, her actions were bound by responsibility. No matter how many times I told her to make her own decisions, she would never be able to choose any other outcome. Oops. When we truly have the capacity to make a choice, what truly matters is having the authority to make that so-called choice. Otherwise, it is nothing more than coercion, wrapped in a more palatable package. I don't want to have to push her along ever again. She needs to accept herself and then walk down her own path with conviction. What about your choice? You can also go to them and tell them who you really are. No matter what you decide, Rose Island and I will support you. Becoming a run-of-the-mill soldier might be the easy way out. But my family name? No matter what you all decide to call me, I can't deny my name. It's a part of me. Oh, I hope I didn't scare you by telling you the truth, Doctor. Calcit said she was willing to tell you, but I decided to do it myself. Family name is Victoria, name drop. You don't seem all that surprised. Maybe because I'm looking ahead to the future. The future? Which way will my future take me? Only I can answer that question. Nobody else can. Phew. When I'm around you, I can always relax so easily. It might be because, even when you found out the truth, the only person reflected in your eyes was the operator known as Siege, instead of Victoria. Coming back to Londinium has brought back many memories, but at the same time, so much has changed. The decisions I make no longer solely affect my team. Doctor, I don't actually want choice to be an excuse that holds me back. My choices determine how I move forward. Someone once said I'd find my own path. Vina, I want to share those words with you too. You always had the right to choose. Kinda. Maybe not really. It's Heidi. Amiya, I'm currently tending to the wounded. You practice medicine. Only some basic nursing technique. This job inevitably brings me into emergency situations. Give me and my friends a better shot at survival. I had to at least learn to use a first aid kit. Really amazing. All we're doing is protecting our home, but Calcit, and you, Amiya, you all carry so much more responsibility on your shoulders. You've lost a lot of people on this operation. I feel pain of the SSC soldiers. They never had to deal with such horrific enemies before. The Sanguine Arc. Did he come here because of us? Amiya, what you need to hear isn't me saying no, it's not your fault. Yes. Novizia said she was afraid Rose Islands would get the SSC involved in the war they weren't a part of. I mean, you're gonna be a part of that pretty soon. Working with us puts them at greater risk. During last night's operation, what would happen if Rose Island had not been there? Without doubly colluding, had she not stopped the mercenary leader, and without Rose Island's operators keeping Manfred at bay, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. That is correct. The calculus of exchanging one set of lives for another simply does not exist for Rhode Island. But even if Calcit were here, I'm sure she would say every opportunity comes with its risks. I understand. That's why we have to be better prepared. ID, I need more information from within the city. Not counting the Sanguine Arc, how many kings do the Sarkaz have inside Londinium? Manfred, the Sanguine Arc. This one's a long one. Excuse me, I'd like a bag of bread. I don't need your money, lass. Take all of these with you. Huh? Hurry along. And don't come out here again. What do you mean? I know who you are. Actually, we can all tell. Even if you took off your equipment and changed your clothes, both your actions and the look in your eyes won't fool anyone. Thank you. I might as well pack up too. Don't think there's business to be had today. Or ever. Gonna be second-class citizens, my guy. We're doing another sweep this street. Take away any take away anyone whose name is not on the list. Is on the list, actually. What's going on? I'm just a restaurateur. That's a thing? Didn't you come by to have fried fiend meat before? A restaurateur. You're the one we're after. Your cover runs pretty deep, selling fried meat to us by day, peddling information to the rebels by night. Take them away, and check those buildings next door. They're all rebels. Nope. Why is the Sarkaz suddenly going around grabbing people? Hurry! Take a turn at the alley just ahead and find the others. Ugh! Got shot by an arrow. Here's the Sarkaz. Another one down. You lot, search that alleyway over there. Don't let a single one of them escape this burrow. Fight? Ooh, really long one. Report, we ran into Sarkaz as soon as we came out. No, they weren't guarding the city exits. They suddenly appeared in the middle of the streets. Commander, do you think our comms have been compromised? Please be careful. The soldiers dispatched out of the city have all perished. I can't hide for much longer either. Compromised? I don't think anyone turned traitor. Bloody hell, why can't I shake them off? The Sarkaz seems to have suddenly figured out all our passages and networks. In just a single night? What exactly happened last night? Aha, wouldn't you like to know? Huh? What the hell are you? My blade snapped clean in half. The way you're dressed. Are you a Rhodes Island operator? Thank you. You guys saved us again. Something like a short sword. Yep. Reback. Wait, be sure to tell Amiya and the doctor that the underground isn't safe anymore. The traps we ran into yesterday aren't the only ones we discovered. Here we go. 1014, aim. Okay, we have 2 choke points. Unless something's already spawned on the map. Like that? Well. Okay, so this is the thing that provides the boom boom.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Treasures of Londinium when attack. Nice. What is your range? Good mud drop there. Can't already block this one because this one spawns this guys. Okay, let's see the range. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that.
自分のための戦いを待機必至を言語にするは規律よくだよ I have to get serious now、大地こそが我が友安心してきっと大丈夫だから
Let's try that. Let's see what exactly is happening. Okay, so just spawn to these guys. We can ship to these guys. Oh Jesus.
Monster, 私に続け
Okay, they don't hit each other here. The bottom guy moves first.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Let us raise the curtains on display.
Okay, my drop's fine. Probably. Okay, so they're in this. We can use Silver Ash then. fine to me.
大地こそが我
Not
が
that much enemy. Ah, right. They kill themselves. Shouldn't be too worried. Okay, this one could be a problem.
Stay back! よく見る祝うよ Gather around, guys!
Do I need that? No. This is probably just gonna go around.
のデストレッツァ
大地こそが
Okay,
我が
good.
民
Goes around. Yeah, we're good. Okay, it wasn't too bad, but now we know Silver Ash is good. Plus reveals. I mean, Horn is not the best for that. No. Have you finished cleaning up the streets? Yes, General. Everyone on the list has already been dealt with. That was fast. Some tried to flee to other boroughs or leave the city just as he said, and we stopped them as well. Only a few slipped through our net. The soldiers sent to chase after them seemingly ran into the same Sarkaz from Rhodes Islands as yesterday. Misery. Let them squirm their way underground. That'll make it easier for us to flush them up all out at once. Enunciate. Multiple of our contact points above ground were attacked all at once? What of our messengers? They got taken as well? Doctor, I want to hear your view on this. Rhodes Island wasn't told what these points were. The only ones with access to that information are our own troops. We were tailed on the way back yesterday. It seems the seeds of crisis were sown last night. But I don't want to doubt our own soldiers. Somebody turned traitor? There's no way they'd betray their brothers and sisters. We can't overlook any hypothetical. How many soldiers were rescued? 12 people came back with Heidi. Among them, 9 only were ever provided us information on occasion. The other 3 helped us transport supplies, so it is possible they know the locations of some contact point. How many more are in Sarkaz's hands? A lot more. Doctor, do you know better than anyone how difficult last night's operation was? As much as I'd like to rescue everyone, I'm forced to admit that we're not yet strong enough. Heidi's done good work. Being able to save those people already went above and beyond my expectations. However... Sarkaz can know who would be rescued, unless everyone be affected. You don't place a pawn that won't be used. The Sarkaz couldn't know who would be rescued. There were a lot of uncertainties surrounding our operation last night. I doubt the Sarkaz could have full control over everything. So, if there really were traitors among the soldiers we saved, in all likelihood, they would have been the easiest for us to rescue. That narrows it down considerably. Still, I don't want to fling these accusations around about soldiers willing to bleed and die for their homeland. We need proof. Hard evidence. How do you suppose we get that? Call Pice and Rock. Let's go visit the wounded together. Oh boy. That's gonna be awkward as all hell. Why aren't you moving? The commander just sent news that Bill's about to wake up. Oh, it's not gonna be Bill. God damn it. Rock. I want to tell her that I'm stepping down as captain of the operation team. Take a look at these. Packages. What's inside them? Johnny and Gabby's belongings. I picked out the stuff to send back to their families. What remains are their tools, weapons, and equipment. If you really can't get them out of your head, then pick out something useful and polish it up a bit. That way, they'll at least still be with us on the battlefield. Mementos. Ha. Sounds like the vice captain rejected my resignation. Let's go see Bill then. It better not be Bill. You're awake? Yeah. Something came up, so Miss Heidi had to leave. She was originally the one in charge of coordinating the treatment of the wounded. Bill did say he didn't budge. Wait, you're from Mr. Feist's team. Bill, right? Oh, you're not gonna read his mind, are you? Mr. Bill, should I go call fights and rock over? Ah, no, that's alright. Ah, not the music. Miss Ami, I decided to get up to talk. Huh? Well, I've always been curious. Okay, now this is just mega sus. Ami of Rhodes Island. Why do they trust you so much? You just caught us in their teens. Are you talking about our operators? We've been through so much together. You're correct that they trust me, but that trust is mutual. As far as I can tell, it's no different from everyone in the SSC either. You also trust Vice, Rock, and Clavisia, right? Ah, mutual trust, huh? That might be a part of it. After all, you've been through your share of trials and tribulations. Bill, you lied to me, brother. But your authority does not come from your bloodline, nor have you taken your position by force. It was kinda nepotism? Kinda? You are far too young to have earned the amount of trust you enjoy. Mr. Bill? Deep down, you've thought about these things too, haven't you? But you don't dare show it. Your fears, your worries, your anxiety, everything is suppressed by the responsibilities that they force on you. Are you worried about me? Did you overhear my conversation with Miss Heidi? Maybe. I heard everything. Like everything. Okay, dude. I appreciate the concern, but my responsibilities were not forced onto me. Our operators placed their faith in me, and I am not going to let them down. Of course. Since the very beginning, they've always been devoted to you. But Amiya, when they look at you, how do you know that they're not looking right past you, searching for another soul that has endured the twists and turns of fate? Okay, she noticed something. Everything you believe, do you truly believe it? Or are you dreaming a dream given to you by somebody else? One that you can't wake up from no matter how much you struggle. Okay, he talks like he's controlled or something. Mr. Bill, no, that's not who you are. Who exactly are you? There you go. Allow me to return the question. Amiya, who are you? Amiya, do you like the stories I tell? You'll still be able to sleep well, won't you? I don't want you to have nightmares. Is this Teresa? You won't. Oh, what a sweet child you are. That's right. While we may look different in many ways, we are both children given life and nurtured by this great land. Some of the stories you've heard are legends that others find terrifying, but they are indeed a history of the Sarkaz. Okay, who are we talking to? You shouldn't be here. I see the energy gathering inside your palm. Have you not figured out who I am? Why aren't you attacking? I cannot touch your emotions, Mr. Bill. But I also cannot feel any malice. Oh? You could have continued pretending to be asleep. Yet you said all those things to me. Ha, didn't I already tell you? We are very curious about it. Not for you, we'd had no desire to come here earlier, either. Ceresis has no sway over us. Ceresis. The vampires? No matter what you're after, this is far too cruel. Cruel? You mean this face for borrowing? Yes, which is why I need you to leave. Oh, whoa. Art's time. Black lines surged from her palm once more, weaving a net around the man in the SSC uniform. One strand condensed into a lightless blade, pressed against his throat. What the remarkably gentle threat. Amiya, a lot of people have told you this before, yes? You really are just like her. Okay, this is not the reason then. Can be Manfred, Oder. Oops. Not another word out of you, please. Unfortunately, you're still too immature. Always be aware of your surroundings before you make a move. Miss Amiya? You're trying to kill Bill? No, No way this is gonna work, is it? Doctor, I take it that you didn't ask me to bring everyone here just to see this scene? You're already looking at a traitor. I assume you're not referring to Amiya. Then Bill. Rock, help me. Okay, dude. I'd rather die myself than betray you. Stay away from him. No. Nobody knows the full extent of his original arts. His words are, or rather his very existence is... Okay, when did Bill ever get... Okay, so they were always bugged from the beginning, huh? So there was never a Bill. Samiya, can I trust you? Last night, we fought side by side. I thought Rhodes Islands truly had our backs, just as you said. But... your expression scares me. It's as if I've seen it somewhere before. That's right. You're already mourning the pain and suffering you're about to cause. If so, then why? Why go through with it? The Sarkaz took my father from me right before my eyes. Are you going to take my family away too? Oh, well, chill, Rock Rock. I'm sorry, Miss Rock Rock, but it's too late. Your family member's already gone. But Bill's right in front of us. Oh. Well, this is gonna be difficult for you to accept. Well, you see, he was never Bill. I don't understand. Look, Amiya. Not that we're not willing to believe you, but we don't have your arts. We can't see what you see. Commander, I can see it. Captain? He might not actually be the same Bill we know. But those wounds on his body, he got all those from saving me yesterday. You said it yourself, Rock Rock. The Sarkaz are masters of disguise, but we can't let ourselves be fooled. But how? Look, I brought along the metal crab I was going to give to Bill. See for yourself. When did this thing crawl onto me? He didn't even spare it a glance. The only thing in his eyes is Miss Amiya. Amiya, let's go with Amiya. He's so proud of having deceived us that he's long forgotten about the bond between us. He never was there to begin with, I think. All because of this insignificant little machine? Don't you think you're being a bit too hasty, Feist? Aren't we sworn blood brothers? I've made a lot of hasty decisions these last few days. Bill, my good man. If he were still around, he'd be ruthlessly making fun of me. I miss him. I miss him so much. Whoever you are, don't make me pry that mask off your face with my wrench. Rock, are you gonna break my heart just like him? I guess there was a Bill. He's just some sort of dupe guy. I'll never turn my back on my family. But you're acting less and less like him. You'd never talk like that. You've never tried to manipulate us. So you really don't think I'm the real Bill? Feist, are you really okay with that? I'll have you know, if so, then that means your friend died in vain. Anyone else may have the right to say that, but you sure as hell do not. Haha, you're pretty smart, but unfortunately for you, too late. What do you mean it's too late? Are they gonna, they're gonna bombard. Okay, yep. He's the bug. Artillerymen are ready. Yes, General, the cannon is aimed at the target. Remember, we're leveling every single building except the train station and the tracks. Yes, sir. Increase the output to maximum. Well, it's maximum now. Maximum. That might blow right through the structural levels. Did you hear what the Confessarius messenger said? In their eyes, this whole tract of land, including the factory above, is worth nothing to us. Then what about our people underneath? Order will guard the safe areas under the city walls. But what about... who do you think is heading underground to deal with the rebels? The Sanguinarch? As long as you get it, if these toys can take him out, I'd be extremely surprised. As for the other one, I've been curious for a while now. If it came to an all-out battle with the prince, who would come out on top? Well, it is a Sanguinarch. Thank goodness you're all here. Huh? Why does it feel like I walked right into a fight about to break out? Anyway, Doctor, I set up some drones like you requested. They're really about to resume. They're pointing those cannons right at us. Notify Heidi and Harmo. We're evacuating immediately. Hold on, I'm getting a strong Origin reading. You're aiming at our current location. We've only got 10 seconds. 9. Run now. Oh boy. There goes the factory. Why are you holding on to me? You said to yourself, we're sworn blood brothers. I don't want to pass judgment too hastily. Captain, I don't think I can carry the two of you. Use your drones. I'll admit that you people are very interesting. Goodbye, Captain. Goodbye, Rockroff. Bill wanted you to live on. Those were his last words. Okay, so he did die. Oh, sheesh. Nice, special props. Hey, hold up. Real quick. Let me just... Nice. Now 10:15. Oh, it's a red one, or whatever that color is. Fleeing through fire, the ground is subsiding, the refuge is collapsed. And the soldiers bear nothing but wrenches and hammers. We have artillery. Okay. So we know that silver ash is useful. To try using it. Was can see the stealth. Not really that much.
We all have our roles to play.
We all have our
Use
roles.
my abilities as best you see fit.
Okay, this is a choke point. 2 of them? Oh, that kind of sucks. That blows. Ooh. What are the menus? We'll see. We shall see. Story? Clovicia. What's the situation? Areas D and E have been severely damaged, and the structures in other areas have sustained various degrees of damage as well. 19 people have light injuries, with nobody seriously injured as of yet. Fortunately, we followed the instructions given by you and the doctor and managed to move most of them to a safe area ahead of time. No, nowhere safe right now. Everywhere around you is dangerous. Our entire stronghold has been completely exposed to the Sarkaz. We're not going to stop until they've blasted this place into smithereens to make sure we have nowhere to hide. How much time do we have? 30 minutes. Maybe even less than that. The nearby plates are pretty old, and if we take the power of the artillery we've seen before and multiply that by the theoretical maximum output value, we won't even have 30 minutes before the structure above us collapses right onto our heads. Let Harmon know and we'll start the train right away. Train. You all should have seen it before. A few kilometers above us is a train station. They probably know we're gonna use that to get out, so they have something planned already. I thought all the stations were occupied by the Sarkaz. And all we have to do is take that one back. Now that the Sarkaz had cut off all our pathways to the other boroughs, this is the last chance we have to evacuate Sudean. Heidi, once we leave Sudean, do you have a way to keep us out of sight? Yes, I've been preparing for this. Once we arrive at the next station, we'll have friends who will disguise us until we successfully enter central Londinium. Good. The biggest question mark will be whether or not we can safely board the train. Clovicia, how far are we from the city walls? Very close, if we take the underground passages. I'd like to try climbing them from beneath. Ami, are you planning to? We'll buy time for the SSC to retreat. Nice. Up cannons again. Block all exits from the targeted plate and keep an eye on the train station. I don't want them crawling into the next gutter, over. Set up the motion tracking ground targeting system, in case they still have some fight left in them and plan to escape through the surface by vehicle. We'll greet them with even more intense fire. Strengthen the defenses of all points inside the city walls. Also change the control passwords for the defense artillery so no one but me can deactivate it. Nope, Cerise is here personally. Good, you're taking adequate precautions. General, you're here. In a matter of moments, these pesky insects have nowhere to hide. The Londinium rebels will never again dare to poke their heads out. More importantly, nobody will be able to go in and out of the dark passages we cannot see. The only thing the dukes outside will hear will be our hand-picked messages. No one will interfere with our project's progress again. Manfred, am I not welcome to share this moment of triumph with you? Please do not mock me so, Your Highness. Oh, you've gotten better than before. We hardly spoke 5 sentences, and you've already realized we are not Cereses. Your Highness, whether or not His Majesty is willing to turn a blind eye to you, should you draw the attention of the Confessari, they will surely petition His Majesty to restrict your movements. Very well, as you said, the military commission cannot allow 2 men to call the shot. Who the heck? In that case, I'll shift to an appearance I'm more comfortable. How unusual that you're willing to meet with me using the same appearance you take at the royal court. We vowed not to use the faces of the dead, so as to not scare you and your men. Who is this? You came back sooner than expected. Even though you help us root out the rebels then, they may still have an escape route I haven't found. Or at the train station. If you could uphold your end of the deal and follow them until every last rebel has fallen into our hands... Do you really think that doctor can keep us hidden for so long? More importantly, Manfred, why is he not saying Sanguinarch? Still question. You must not forget that we do not belong to you. We, the vampires? I was out of line, please forgive me. Don't talk to us the same way you do to old pink eyes. We've told you before, we won't fall for that drivel. As you wish, Your Highness. Since you decided to come back ahead of time, did you find what you were looking for underground? That King of Sarkaz is stronger than we thought, but is far from mature. She knows little of what she is about to face. If we want to learn more about her, then that will have to wait until she meets Her Majesty. You'd better not let the Confessari hear those words. And why not? They'll think that the Majesty cluster of the royal court had a change of heart. And why would you think that matters to us? Manfred, we've already done what we promised you. You and the vampire can clean up the rest of the mess yourselves. Alright, next time we speak, pick an identity for us that is still alive. Vina, Amiya, and the doctor have already left. Good. The first wave of SSC forces are rushing towards the station above us. Hurry, pick up the pace. Once they capture the station, injured troops and non-combatant civilians will be the first to board the train. Mr. Balin, can I trouble you and the medics to tend to the injured with restricted mobility? Everyone, please pay attention to the signal lights on both sides of the passage and don't get lost. Most of the command structure will go with the injured and the civilians, except... Have all our people enter the retreat channel. Oop, not enough time now. The integrity of the superstructure is continuing to erode. Commander, we have to get out here quick. As long as everyone's inside, I'll be right behind you. Well, sit rep. No idea what that is. Commander, the underground areas won't hold for much longer. Are enemies really still coming down? Report. Vina, should we go with balance speed? Or staying? Staying? You're going to stay here with Commander Clovicia? I have a feeling. Maybe she's getting it too. The strongest enemy might not be above us right now. Ooh, old armor, let's go. The cannons. Horn, the defensive cannons are activating again. This time, they're targeting the plate closest to the city walls. From what I can tell, they're not aiming at us. But there's no guarantee that the surrounding areas are safe. Run, hurry! Where's my daughter? Has anyone seen my daughter? Look out! Dead. Get inside the sturdiest building as quickly as you can. No, get away from the city walls, now. Okay? Just run. So this is Londinium's defensive artillery. Based on the current situation, it won't be long until the cannon fire penetrates the plate and destroys the base structure. They're killing their own land shipment. Those damn Sarkaz. Is this the moment they've been waiting for? Are they trying to destroy the city? Nah, they're just trying to level this part. No, they've only activated a small number of cannons, and their targets are quite clear. They're trying to eradicate us and our friends. Horn, what should we do? Among the soldiers who came back with us yesterday, how many of them were originally part of the city's defense forces garrison here? Call them over. Bring the best equipment you've got. Tell them, it's time to take back these walls from the Sarkaz. Whoa, it's about to go down now soon. Still here, we got less than 30 minutes. We're almost there. Careful, don't trip and fall. Are you hanging in there? It's hard to say. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I've also made the big mistake of trusting people I shouldn't. After that, for an entire month, it took everything I had to force myself to keep going. As soon as I stopped, I'd feel like I couldn't look Amiya in the eye. Wasn't like the Jikstra? Well, the battle's not over yet. People don't have enough time to catch their breaths. It'll be too much of a luxury for me to mourn or wallow in self-doubt. Mr. Feist, do you need help? I can calm you down. Ooh, it's kind of broken power, honestly. How? Is that some sort of origin arts? Something like that. So, do you also help your men with psychological treatment under normal circumstances? That's kinda... Is that ethical? If the operator thinks it's necessary, okay, they have consent. Ugh. Relax, I'm just looking out for all of you. Mr. Feist, did I come off the wrong way? No, that's not it. I was just thinking you have some truly amazing arts. Even in a big place like Londinium, I've hardly seen anything like them before. Miss Amiya, I appreciate your kindness, but I don't think I'm ready to drive that scene out of my head so quickly. Yeah. Then we'll just have to get right back to work. Let's do it. The drones are showing that the defense structure layer above us is very thick. Can it be blown up? Not likely. If Londinium's defenses could get blown up so easily, well, let's just say we would have stormed the Shardry yesterday. You'll find a way. I appreciate that, Doc. You sure know how to twist your employees' arms. I've finished scanning the lift, and as long as you guys can open up enough of a gap for me to push the drone through, I should be able to hack into the lift and take control of it. Of course, you'll have to find a bigger gap to get yourselves up first. Doctor, don't you think you should send a signal and call Misery over? He has work to do. Somewhere. But this Ascalon, where are my fucking elite ops? Fine, I guess we'll have to do it ourselves. Maybe the locals over here can give me some inspiration. If you can locate the support structure and apply an extremely strong external force, you might be able to open a little seam. Someone's rapidly approaching our location. Did the Sarkaz expect us to find a way to climb up the wall? Who cares about that? I'll have the drone pack some original explosives. Twice, calculate the position. I'll think of some way to amplify the explosive effects. He's here. Who are we talking about? Sanguinarch? Holder. We meet again, leader of Rhodes Island. What happened to W? Are you sure you should be worrying about her right now? I heard you folks were short on time. I'm willing to set aside whatever happened between you two, as well as what happened at Chernobog with Scout. But Mr. Mercenary, if you intend on standing in our way, I'll cut you down without mercy. Ooh. For any mercenary, dying at the hands of Her Majesty's hire would be a great honor. You better hurry up, Amiya. The bomb I planted just started ticking down. 1 minute, that's all the time we've got. I'll stop order. No, Miss Amiya, let me handle this mercenary. Mr. Feist? I found the support column, plus I have a plan. Though I don't know how solid it is. If it works out, you and the doctor need to seize the opportunity to get up the wall. I know you, young warrior. I also know that look in your eyes. The weight of everything you've lost has finally begun to set in, and you've lost your ability to trust in the soundness of your own decisions. Lost? Sorry, but even if I had the time, I'm not interested in a heart-to-heart with a butcher. Over here. Under the smoke bomb? Even if I'm short a usable arm, your little tricks won't work on me. Come on, Sarkaz, give me your worst. Let me taste your sword, your machete, whatever weapons you got on you. Trying to draw me away. Not a very sensible strategy. Empty bravado with no self-awareness isn't going to buy you any miracles. Even if all your men were here, you wouldn't stand a chance against me. I don't know about that. Kinda got handed. Ugh. Pretty ugly run there. Without help, you're going to bleed out soon enough. After all, you're just a craftsman. You and your men wave around wrenches and hammers, and hope that is enough to hold back Sarkaz blades tempered by centuries of war? Beg the King of Sarkaz for help. Have her deal with me. The King of Sarkaz? What are you talking about? Sarkaz, you're the ones who brought war into Londinium. This is a war between us. 30 seconds. Amiya, focus your energy. Hold on tight, Doctor. Mr. Feist, I need your location. Mercenary, are you seeing this? Another flashy toy. Stop resisting. You can't fool me. Sure, you're right. Please, one last push. A metal crab? A mechanical toy? What's your play here? Quit screwing around. No, that's the most important thing you've taken from me. I've never fought alone. Look, old Bill helped me out again. It's all thanks to your paranoia, mercenary. My paranoia? You're using my... Haha. You finally get it now? Every time you swung your blade at me, you were carving your path to defeat. Amiya, Hoarder cut through the structural layer. Hurry, take aim, the bomb's about to blow. 3, 2, 1. It's been split open. That's a big enough gap. Alright, you're up, drone. The lift is ours now. Doctor, let's head up. Feist, are you hanging in there? Grab onto the zip line and we'll head up after them. You're not going anywhere. Closure, have you any more explosives? Yeah, catch. You. Thanks for the hand, mercenary. Kaboom. Well, thanks for the aid, I guess. Really, just Holder. And they also bombarding this place. That's a big boy. There is artillery, unfortunately. And this one is... I might have need to put somebody here instead. Oh boy. I think I made a mistake. I think I should have put thorns here instead. I could put Kyle there. Oh, it's too late for that now. Okay, hold up. But they have to kill it fast. Anyway, that's gonna work. lanes kinda sucks. But like a lot of people, it might work.
じゃあこの宴会
Like
の
just
歌に
all ranged here. Silver Ash. Actually, yeah, I say it's not bad. But the drone is gonna
Very well.
pop up here. I should have put him here. God damn it. How many do I have? Still a lot of time. I need somebody here though. Ah, okay, let's reset. Okay, so Thorns immediately. SA
撤退ルー
behind
トの確保
Thorns.
と
That's
オペ
actually
の
not
準備
bad. Then SA skill should clean up the stuff. Oops. And Golden Glow can't kill those mechanical dudes. And then Mudrock. Yep, that seems fine to me.
即戦即決しよう。俺の貴重な時間を無駄にしないためにな。
I have to get serious now
主の名を掲げ、このハッ誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Yeah. Fine.
安心してきっと大丈夫だから
I can do this like this. I can't put bagpipe in your ass. If I need to? Okay, I do.
ビクトリアのバック
目を凝らせ。これこそがイベリアのデストレッツァ。
Oh, big
What are you
boys.
planning? Hostile mine.
Gather around me, guys
なんで誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
I'll do my best
Nice die. Swing, swing. Oh, he needs help.
I'm so tense
Those guys are.
We're
counting
on you again today 俺たちについてきて
Or should have evacuated that earlier. Okay, so it's only those guys there. Actually easy over there.
指定の座標に到着
新即戦即決。
分かった。動き回るな。そうすればお互い手間が省けるだろう。
My type removes thorns. So these guys keep shooting as well. That kind of sucks. One monster, yes. What should I shoot? Oh, you have 5 kills.
状況でした
Okay, we're good. Kinda. I think we're undeployed.
ご指示を戦場
これで分かったでしょ。
That seems like a really bad idea. Who's gonna die here? Everyone. Oh boy, big boy sword guys.
There!
Fine, it's not still kill it.
なんでいや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
Made up your mind?
Can
What are you planning? Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
Okay, perfect. Good.
状況でしたよくない祝う
This
立ち上がれ
Mission accomplished.
Flawless victory! I was
Flawless
pretty good, wasn't I,
indeed.
Doctor?
Okay, I could have done that better. I didn't even use Circle. Oh, I'm not getting the sanity stuff. Damn it. Ooh, new one. That's Bill. Heidi Thompson. Ooh, these are so good. And supporter chips too. That is so nice. This one is 17. Ooh, we're getting close. And 16. Bloodblade on high. Both the workers who built Londinium and the lofty noble aristocrats are to be forced by calamity down the same road. Here we have the Boom Boom. Friendly units will lose a certain percentage of HP when initially deployed. And redeployment time is fixed. Is it that one stage in frickin' IS? What is this? Okay. Wait, were there drones? 8 enemies. There are no drones, thank god. Well, who can I put? It's just one just good. She could be good there. Sure, why not? Rosmontes, you're in. Ready.
任務分かってる
Wakate.
私がオペレーターのみん
Very nice. No story. Just going through, huh? Man, they should just make this permanent. Just not lose
俺の
any
貴重な時
sanity.
間を無駄にしないためにもな
Okay.
相手のターゲットは誰か
Okay,
な
so block these. I can block this. Mudrock here. Should be easy then.
な安心してきっと大丈夫だからビクトリアのバグパイプ波状棒と共に参る
So if Mudrock is here, Thorns is safe here. No. Mudrock's gonna be here. Thorns is not safe there. Yep, everything's gonna move by one square. Wait, where does this one go?
ゴシゴシを堅固にするは規律
This one around. Ah, this one goes down here. Here and then Thorns, I guess. That's fine.
時間をかけるつもりはない
Or should I face Thorns to the right?
信号は安定いつでも
We're
Let's find
counting
out.
on you again today, little apple
I'll sit when you here. Just in case we need something.
なんでこれで分かったでしょ
Okay, so what exactly is this? Ah, just a mechanical dude. Nothing too fancy.
Now's the time
無駄だ
Some music else if you
私に続け
kill it. Nice.
あなたたちの心に染み込んでいくわ
ための戦いを
We're counting on you again today, little apple Stay back!
So far so easy.
問題ない誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ
Ah, it's not gonna hit this. Unfortunate.
立ち上がれ
We're counting on you again today, little apple
Incoming.
今から起きることを見たくないなら離れてて
Oh my lord. Okay, let's see you go.
目を
Yeah, I should have faced Thorns
こ
to the
れこ
right.
そがイベリアのデストレッツァ
Gains increased attack for each reborn creation on the battlefield. We are reborn as gift of magnanimity. Magnanimity. Okay, it's a new one. Oh wait, no, he's just a really big
Wait for me, please
that guy. The King Caster. kind of piling up, which is not good. Oh Jesus! Ah, Madrak, no! Okay, I think Madrak itself.
行くよ
Madrak is dead.
私にそれ構わない言われなくても分かってる
Sure.
あなたのこと覚えておくつもりはない叫べばいい少しは楽になるから
Oh, even the freaking things get reduced HP. Oh, that kind of sucks.
チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる
Please don't die, yeah? Just stall long enough.
いや 高温気体
Deactivate
力学はめちゃむずなんだから
Stall, Blaze. Stall, for God's sake. We are dead. If I remove this, who gets blown to bits? Okay, fine. I'll accept these. But I should be able to. Goodbye, my children.
Follow me ビクトリアのバグパイプ波状棒とと Scenery here, Doctor
相手のターゲットは誰かな
Oh, okay, they hurt.
邪悪を壊滅しうる勇猛さ
Blackheart's still not doing that much? Oh, nail biter. Oh, Mudrock dying there was not good. Okay, so Calcit should have been there where the monster was. Do we need to keep increasing our reload rate? Are you seriously trying to eradicate every mobile plate in the city? That a problem with the General's orders? I'm just concerned that bombardment on this scale will have an effect on the walls. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Londinium wants to swap out plates inside the city. We'd simultaneously have to ship around the walls. An ass. But a Chad. Are you going to obey? Or are you going to die? Those are your only two options. What's the matter? I think he still has a third option. You! Ugh. Get wrecked. Can you still stand, Captain? I'll be alright. Who are you? An old battle buddy. Over here, someone snuck in. This shield. Where the hell did Victorian soldiers come from? I mean, it's a grenade launcher though. I guess it's also a shield. It feels pretty nice to use a weapon I'm familiar with. Captain, can this model of cannon take out the control system of the city defense artillery? No, it's not possible. I was expecting as much. Horn, we've mucked up this Sarkaz outside. Make sure to thank Mr. Misery again on my behalf. Captain, is there any other way to deactivate the artillery? No need for the long face. You've been praying that we'd come. After all, you didn't even cover up your old ID from the city defense forces. It's just a blunder. The Sarkaz won't kill me over something like this yet. But if you help us, you would be put to death, and my family too. They'll get dragged in. The Sarkaz can kill them off at any time. I understand. Carl, put your sights on this traitor. Lieutenant, where am I supposed to aim? Here, at my heart. If I die, perhaps only then, the Sarkaz will forget about me and stop haunting my family. If you made up your mind, we'll work with you. Alright, thank you, Lieutenant. If you want to turn off the cannons, there are only two ways. One is to have the Sarkaz General stop them himself. The other is to completely destroy the control room. For the first method to work, we'll have to defeat Manfred. That's right. As for the second option, we don't have enough firepower. And besides, Are you prepared to tear down a cornerstone of Londinium's walls with your own hands? Yes, yeah, I'd say so. I know it's what we should do. What about you, Captain? Are you prepared? I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Did you get shot? By a crossbow? Lieutenant, you missed. Bloody hell, I suppose my hand slipped. Help him down the lift. Whether he lives or dies should be in his own hands. Too much has happened on these walls today. We don't need to add another traitor. Okay, so he lived. What about us? Should we head up as well? Let's go. We're going to pay Manfred another visit. Frickin' Manfred. Oh, the Sanguinarch is somewhere there. Whoa, this lift is going up way too fast. Let's not talk right now or I might bump it all over the doctor. After all, we've been dragged several hundred meters by a zipline. Oh my god, he just went to the zipline again? You'll get used to it. Yep, he remembers. Everyone catch your bearings. Enemies are approaching. Sarkaz Mooks. We've got more intruders here. Report to the general immediately. Intercept the attack. We'll catch up to the runner. Closure, we need to find some way of shutting down those cannons. If that means we have to take out Manfred, we'd better make it quick. The longer we take, the more the remaining SSC on the ground will be at risk. Take them out, boys. Oh, underground? Right, Hodor. He's kinda left here. It's Ines! Oh my lord. To think you'd get blasted like this by a boy who's barely seen a fight. What an embarrassment. Even a tiny metal crab, when backed in a corner, will pinch your hand. You'd better hope Manfred buys your story. You shouldn't be here, it's too risky. So you'd rather lean against rubble, gasping for breath, than let me lend you a hand? Wheeze. If you wanted to hold me up, the other side would be better. Thanks to her, I can't move this arm anymore. You ran into her. What did you think? Well, she noticed Her Highness. Then she didn't change at all. You're positive? We all saw what she was like back then. Even when she was chasing down those assassins, her body riddled with wounds, could she have imagined that Her Majesty wasn't dead? She's not the volatile, impulsive mercenary she used to be. Though she's getting even crazier. Who can say? The truth is in front of us. She snuck into Londinium by herself and didn't toss a single bomb for 2 weeks. Not even Manfred noticed her. The way she was before, she would have rushed straight into West Haleg and buried 100 landmines under Theresis' throne before getting herself killed by Confessari. I can reasonably assume she's formed some wiser plans with those folks from Babel, or rather Rose Island. You almost traded your life away just to make sure of that? Aren't you playing it a bit too fast and loose? Manfred's underlings always have eyes on me. This was the only safe way we could meet. Too bad for Schwab. He made his peace the moment he sided with Double. Or should I say, we've all made our peace. I sure hope so. Who's there? I smell Confessaris. Oh boy, that's not good. I told Manfred you can't be trusted. Hodor, did you really think you could hide your clever little gestures from our eyes? This is all a misunderstanding. Oh? Unfortunately for you, you won't have another chance to twist words around in front of the leader and the region. You don't need to pretend to bow your head anymore. Pick up your sword and revel in your last battle, mercenary. If that is an order, then you are powerless. You can't hope to protect your companion. Not a single shadow here can escape my eyes. Hodor. Run. No, you're not giving the orders here. Cost us a lot to come this far. Even more reason why we can't both die here. Worry not, I'll execute both of you here together. You may take a moment to decide who goes first. Oh? Somebody slash you. He went down without a struggle. It's you, Ascalon? Ascalon. You got too cocky. No one can claim to master all shadows. Infinite possibilities lie where the eyes cannot perceive. Kinda dying over here. Hurry, get out of here. If you want to live, return to the sunlight. What about you? I still have other things to do. Wait, so they were with Ascalon as well. And I'm assuming with W question mark? Probably not W. I'll have you know, Confessari underlings aren't the only ones here. Uh-oh. What's that sound? Commander, the metal structure behind us just fell. That's not all. He's here. You feel it too? Bina, I didn't hear anything except the sound of shelling. The sound of his heartbeat disappeared. What? Run! The Sanguinarch? Or Manfred? You've lost contact with the 12s. They've all been sacrificed. Yes. Their voices completely vanished. These pitch-black pipes should amplify any and all sounds. Breathing or footsteps, the clacking of a metal crab crawling through the pipe, or the rumble of machinery. These pipes will record the vibrations of any signs of life. And in an instant, all of those voices were devoured. You mean to say this darkness behind us is all the life it has devoured? Just like what happened at the banquet 3 months ago. Engineering team, close the first safety lock. Yes, Commander. Miss Siege, you've got sharp senses. Are you familiar with Londinium's underground structure? I remember Feist saying you're from around these parts. I've only been here once, but I've heard a lot of stories about these pipes. 100 years ago, terrible fire ripped through the heart of Londinium. Only the royal family and a few nobles managed to escape the flames. After that, a legend began to circulate that a magic circle was hidden beneath the palace that could allow the royal family to escape any disaster. When I first heard that story, I couldn't help but wonder, would our royal family also use these very same pipes for their escape? The story I heard was very similar to your version. The workers who built Londinium, the posh aristocrats and nobles, and the royal family itself, are all forced to take the same route during the times of crisis. That already is a story that writes itself. Donk. Commander, the safety lock is starting to give. This door cannot hold him back. Are you serious? This door's thickness can withstand 7 or 8 salvos from an armored vehicle. Retreat! Fall back! Okay, who are we looking at? With a sharp ear-splitting noise, a fissure appears in the middle of the metal door. Under the tearing and folding of the tremendous force behind the door, the thick metal sheet seems thinner than paper. The fissure continues to grow, the dark void behind it a monstrous abyssal maw. Close the second safety lock. Wow! The door slams shut with a heavy thud, but the person sealing the door suddenly slips. Before he has a chance to scream, something invisible drags him into the shadows behind the door. A smudge of blood seeps through the door's crack. But not even the pool of blood is allowed to escape. In an instant, the shadows lurch through the door and instantly devour half the passageway. Another massive roar rings out, though it isn't clear whether it came from overhead or behind. That's the Sanguinarch. The pipe shudders and the shadow's edge blurs like a predator's mouthparts, extending to latch onto its prey's ankle. I've also heard of another story. During a battle 200 years ago this time, the Victorian army joined forces with 2 other nations to lay siege to a city called Kazdel. One night, an entire army of heavily armed troops disappeared in the valley where they were stationed. The count who had dispatched that army sent men to investigate their whereabouts, but only saw the crimson of the setting sun reflected against the mountain walls. And as everyone remembered, that day, the sun had not come out at all. The third safety lock. Is this the last one? Clovisia doesn't answer her, just like her answer, devoured by the monster flooding through the pipes. Who are we looking at? I mean, it's a
当
sanguinary.
たり前だ
Atarimai. Naturally. Yes, more manganese ore, thank you. Actually, can you also get me some sanity stuff? Ooh, boss time, boss time. A citadel and its walls, 1017. Victoria's child is braced against this land, but still, though riven and worn, it has not yet fallen. There's freaking 10 of them? Oh lordy. There's also Mr. Kaboom. Ever-present Kaboom, eh? Okay, let's see this. Okay, this is a bit weird. I guess there's something stationed there. That's gonna suck. Oh, we need more. Do we use these? How much do we need? 48. There you go. Okay. We don't need blaze then. We might need... No drones, thank god. Okay. Chen's not bad. It's Chen. Can you Schwartz? Is there an Ifrit link? Kinda. I don't think we can abuse that long though. I can move Mudrock here. Maybe. This is coming here, so if it later is kind of in a bit trouble. Halcyon can clog this up. Maybe. I don't know what comes here though. These are 4. So I don't know what the hell the boss is. Yeah, Ifrit is okay. Ling. The summons will die to the cannon though. Very unfortunate. Ifrit won't hurt, I guess.
わかったわかった
These are some expensive arms. Sure, that's technically more bluff.
分かってる私がオペ
Just
レ
in
ータ
case
ー
our
が
ground
みんなを
guys are
守るよ
dead.
絶対に
So you're here. Manfred? Seems the Sanguinarch will be greatly disappointed. He detests dark, damp places the most, yet went into the rebel subterranean nest to seize you personally. You must surely have caught up to your friends by now. One wonders if the cries from underground will carry so far up this tower. You wicked, wicked devil? No, I don't admire his methods whatsoever. The rebels who died to my cannon fire are far luckier than the ones suffering his torment. They're both just the same. In your eyes, maybe so. Whenever you use devil and such to refer to us all, it shows that fear and hatred have long clouded your eyes. The Victorians regard the Sarkaz as a collective of barbarians reveling in slaughter. Those who thought like that are now either kneeling before the throne or are now pale skeletons dried upon the city walls. You and Theresis, the army you've led has devastated the city. No matter how you claim you and the vampire are different, you're both invaders here, hands dripping with blood. You seem to misunderstand, Cautus of Rhodes Island. I'm not solely drawing lines between myself and the Prince of Blood. Yes, in a certain respect, his predilections disgust me. But I, like him, do not work the way all the kings of the court do. When they stand in front of you, they see Her Majesty's successor, and they may treat you with skepticism, curiosity, or disgust for it. I can only feel vigilance from you. Yes, Cautus, I simply see you as a dangerous enemy. Did he just toss a grenade at us? That is so random. Hold on to the wall. It's his arts. He's using arts energy to make shockwaves. He's trying to throw us off the city. Ugh, can't stand straight. It's like every part of the ground's erupting. The drones can't get near him, any closer at all, and they lose balance. Everyone, get behind me. Amiya, are his hearts fusing with yours? He's deliberately narrowed and sharpened his attack. He's breaking down the energy layers I formed. What? You were able to resist the Draco's flames, though. He's familiar with our combat style. I knew full well you'd come. You think I just sit here waiting for you? There goes another one. It's not just the ground, it's above us. Wherever red flashes by, it explodes in midair. Miss Amiya, can't you use mental arts? Can you try and just cram his head with some kind of rubbish? No. He's too well defended, and he's too calm. I can feel the edges of his emotions, but right now, his heart only thirsts for victory. He's stalling for time. Yes, his mind isn't set on this battle. He's just waiting for the vampire and defense artillery to destroy the resistance. Stalling for time? Decent conjecture. Doctor, I've always been more intrigued by you than that Kautos who lucked into the power of the king. You face graver circumstances than this on the battlefield. The choices you make always seem to be the ones more beneficial to the whole. Please, tell me, what are you about to do next? Will you expend all your efforts here to kill me and eliminate a long-term threat? Or think of some other way to get around me and save those Victorians below? Oh boy. Is it coming through the oh. Wag! Mr. Balin, what's happening up ahead? Partial collapse in the passageway. 3 fighters couldn't escape in time. Route around it, we're pressing on. Remember, no matter who we lose on this journey, the rest of us cannot stop. Oh, it's only go, go, go now. Up quick, did you see that train? The Sarkaz haven't found us yet, from the looks of it. Let's think of a way to blend in there and grab the controls. Harmo, watch out! Not Harmo. Harmo got hit. We're compromised. Sarkaz crossbowmen, they've ambushed us. Rock, one step out and we'll get hit. Best we run back underground. Going back's riskier still. The commander says our only chance is to get the train moving before the Sarkaz destroy the space underground. But Harmo. Captain Harmo gave his life. I'm in charge now. Listen, we have to start the train immediately after we interrupt their shelling. If I fall, then it's down to the next one. Even if just one man's left in the end, we have to get him out of here. Oh boy. Dropping people left and right. Don't. I think this store's almost a lost cause, isn't it? Commander, we'll hold them off. Don't, you can't. Ah, you think we don't know that, Rose Island? Men of the 13th, with me. Hey, you're running backwards, don't be daft. The door's down. Shoot, blow him up. Everyone go. We're taking that monster down with us. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a lot of firefighting. Ugh. Ugh. He's here. The freaking Slurpee sound. The smoke clears, and a figure emerges from the end of a jet-black tunnel. This monster brandishes no claws, has no twisted limbs, bears no sharp fangs, nor keen incisors, nor grows any extraneous feelers. He seems like nothing more than a young noble whose picture could be in the papers, one who'd speak frankly about Londinium's political and economical situation. If only the ground below his feet was not soaked in fresh blood. What a terrible smell. Your fin fight rather too dirty. Monster. Don't you think of getting near the commander. My hand, not even touched. Ow! Those new sound effects are... now, this scent's much cozier. I wouldn't mind using the only thing of worth in your bodies to give the floor a wash. The vampire airily lifts the finger, as if holding up a crystal chalice, or following the pulse of a piece of music. The shadows leap up from beneath him, latching onto the soldiers' bodies, winding about their limbs. What chilling screams followed are drowned entirely under the liquid that bursts forth. The concentrated iron reek boring into nasal cavities, bright red overflowing whenever one looks. Still haven't shown his fit. This is the instant the people stood at the tunnel's other end realized. What chased them was no shadow at all, it was running blood, as thick as could be. It was just following? Is this how Warfarin enclosure used to look? That is an interesting commentary. That's the first thing that pops into your mind? Exactly. That was... Well, what the hell do you want me to think? It's better than being stark terrified, innit? Did you just say innit, Indra? Run like hell. Oh, there we go. Where is this king of Sarkaz? What are you? I come so far, go to all this trouble for an audience with her, and she cowers behind you frail little creatures, not even daring to meet. Rip. Amiya. He's here for Amiya. You mean that king, whatever he said? You're sure that's Amiya? Isn't Amiya a goddess? Forget it, it's not important. But Amiya's not here. That's good. Fair? Even she might not cope best with this monster of a thing. Wonder if her and the doctor will almost won. What am I thinking? Even if they can shut the city artillery down, we're about to be torn to scraps here. Vino, what's the plan? Run. I don't want to, and I can't die here. Right, we still have chapter 11, ma'am. So run, Vino. Run into the darkness before you. Don't think. These tunnels will take you anywhere you wish to go. And we also have the battle up top. We can't keep this deadlock up anymore. Doctor, step back. I'm going to condense stronger energy. I have to defeat Manfred as quickly as possible. No. Doctor, please trust me. I've matured a lot since the last time I removed my inhibitors. Oh, I knew they were gonna remove the ring. I knew I wouldn't let myself fall just as we entered Londinium. He's hoping you do this. His energy is densifying. It's like a net from head to toe. It's everywhere. The air is full of invisible Originum crystals. He's scattering them as beacons for his attack. No wonder. It's like invisible drones are throwing bombs all about. Mr. Feist, you and Closure have to get away. If you get caught up, there'll be nowhere to hide. You can use more strength than that, Goddess. I'm forcing my arts against this energy flow. Savor it. I formed this cage myself. Am I less able to shake it, the more I struggle? Potus, you said my mind wasn't set on this battle with you. You were only half correct. I'll deliver you bound before Her Majesty. The Sarkaz in Londinium and are loath to see an outblood flaunting her borrowed power from the king. I can't, and I don't want to command you. Of course you can't. But they shouldn't be commanded by Theresis either. When I stayed in Kazdel, I saw so many Sarkaz warriors. Plenty of them were mercenaries. After that, at Chernobog, I met them again. Even when they were being exploited by Tallulah, at least they knew who their enemy in each battle was, and knew they were giving up their lives for a future. But now, you've trapped them inside a foreign city. Ever since the moment I came, I've sensed their frustration, their anxiety, their bewilderment. You read my warriors' emotions? The net's tightening? Are you angry? Otus, has anyone ever told you you're too conceited? You're no more than an infected. You've never experienced for yourself what truly constitutes a Sarkaz life. You simply sit on the side and watch. What makes you think you can truly comprehend our pain, our resentment? It's true, I might not be able to comprehend, but the fire that blazes in your hearts is burned since the distant past into the present. From the first raising of Kazdel to the day in Londinium, and even now, it's still within me. It burns. It burns incomparably true, truer than any illusion that words or arts conjure. Say your piece as you please, Infected. I know how this power of yours originates. Once a lie is spun, it will not be any less of a lie, no matter how convinced the liar is of it. Sarkaz, Infected, no matter how you identify each one of us, we're all just ordinary people wanting to live through the unjust circumstances we're put in. But Ceresis has brought everyone into a hopeless war. Look at the Victorian Duke's armies outside the city. All it takes is for them to point their lances the same way. It could be Kazdel, it could be Londinium, but all that awaits the Sarkaz then is ruin. No matter what you're using to spur them on, bloodlines, authority, renown, it's those that are the total lies. When did you reform your energy and make some scant space? I was not wrong, Cautus. You are very dangerous. Your power, your speech, it may be unable to shake our mightiest soldiers, but it certainly brings our enemies the delusion of hope. I don't want them struggling any further. You have no choice but to stop here. I won't ever let you enter this city again. But I will crush flat this cage of yours. Cage? I'm not even sure it lives up to that. Huh? Someone's altering the density of my arts? Wait, it's you again. Misery, let's go! Doctor, am I a little late here? Finding a route through Londinium city walls, well, that's tough, even for me. Lucky I found a few outstanding helpers. Appreciated. Thank you, Misery. Amiya, we're switching battlefields. Now we jump. We're on a zip line again. Minutes before. One with Horn. Nope. Doctor, I've locked onto Manfred. Barely anyone's with him. He's not scared of us approaching him. You think he's overpowered? It looks like he fights for breakfast. Maybe Theresis taught him a bunch of moves. Can we seriously pound him into stopping the artillery like a good boy with just 5 minutes? No, scratch that. No I in this we. At this point, you can't count me and Feist as part of your combat force. Throwing logistic guys into this fray'd be a hell of a way to waste lives. Amiya, you're all we've got. Manfred is a powerful enemy. But we face powerful enemies to come all this way, and we'll surely face more still. Amiya, keep all of Manfred's attention. Closure 5's ready a retreat from the one we're waiting for is almost here. Reprising old tricks? Did you really think I'd let you all escape a second time? A thread of energy comes rushing in, as if it's locked onto some position in the air. You almost feel the point of that sword slice at the tip of your feet. Until a shield comes down in front of you all. Born, yep. Drop any thoughts of pursuing them, Sarkaz. Your fight is right here. White Wolf, I didn't imagine you would come chase me again. So this passage is bi-directional. What a surprise. You sent them away and brought yourself in at the same time? It wasn't me, it was us. Behind Horn, a soldier stands up, and then a second, and then a third. And now, over a dozen Victorian soldiers block the Sarkaz general's way. All of them, camouflages drop. They were a dizzying array of different uniforms, the majority scarred in the roiling flames of war, some covered in mud and cobweb, some splattered by the blood of their own comrades. Their weapons are just as motley, some still holding regulation swords, some instead toting self-fashioned crossbows. But their faces all bear an identical vigor. This time, they stand firm or fall once and for all. They will never retreat. Yep, we got freaking Victorian boys and girls. A gaggle of leftover forces think they can beat me. You aren't fit to fight me, even with a weapon. Have you forgotten you owe your last escape from my grasp entirely to that Rhodes Island Sarkaz meddler? You can stop checking all around, Sarkaz. When you don't respect your opponent on the battlefield, you're the first to fall. Your blabbering may well be more stubborn than your shield. Well, watch the enemy's attack angle. Assemble behind. I wasn't planning to eliminate you, but I didn't know you would be so eager to hold your own funeral. Here I thought you'd had some level of tactical prowess, White Wolf. You bring a platoon of wounded men to resist me, and have your soldiers give up their lives one after another? Is this your so-called professional spirit? Don't forget where you stood right now. This is the city wall of Londinium. Don't go assuming you've already conquered her, Sarkaz. Oh, here come all the frickin' the peeps. See for yourself. We're still right here. Oh, and we're just going in the battle. Citadel and its walls.
安心して。アーツのコントロールは
Okay,
ちゃんとできるから。
chill a bit. Hmm.
相手のターゲットは誰かな。なんだ誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Okay.
ビクトリアのバグパイプ波状棒とともに参る。
全員の行動力を奪う。
生命を救済
I
し
have
うる
to
は
place
慈
Mudrock
しみ
here then. I think this is safer.
安心して。きっと大丈夫だから。
Okay, hopefully this works out. Oh wait, you can't be here because oh my lord,
従うわ。
Mudrock's gonna be here.
Gather around me, guys.
So it has to be like here or something.
ねえ無駄だ。
なんだ
I think
誰
it's
が
also
戦
not
場
super
で
good.
旗を武器にするんだよ。
I mean, I can put her here. Oh, one slipped through. That's not good. I guess I don't need thorns here then. I'll just put Mudrock here.
待機中。自分のための戦
Sorry,
い
my boy. Ah, you can stay there for a while.
連綿
What's
た
the
る
deal?
山々
Sure,
と
why
なる。
not?
「私に指図するな。レーバテイン。We're counting on you again today, little apple.
わかった。
Okay, what are we waiting?
連綿たる山々となる。
I can place Calcit here.
指定の座標に到着。
I think.
なんだ誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Ooh, I see a need for placement. Okay, that's pretty
よく
good.
だよ。祝うよ。立ち上がる。
Okay, we should be good then. Burn them, Ifrit. Nice. Good place you here. Fine.
この宴会の歌に耳を傾けて。
Will not die.
痛えか？痛えのか？父が私の意志に応えてくれる。
Ah, it's gonna crack though. But he shouldn't dash. Oh wait, I
私
reversed
の
the
声に応
bit.
える。
Oh, what's happening? Oh, I keep killing something. So she's not dying. Oh no. That's not good, that's not good.
I'll do my best.
いや悪いね。
Oh, she's gonna go kaboom. Madra, kill something! Uh-oh. Stranger danger, stranger danger.
今から起きることを見たくない
Stranger
な
danger.
ら離れててこっちを見ないでね
Yep.
お前の叫びなんて誰にも届かねえよ
Oh wait, they also all died, right? That happens. Okay, you
時間をかけるつもりはない。
ビクトリアのバグパイプ波状棒と通した
My god, that did a lot of damage to the monster. It's Manfred. Do you hit the air? You hit the
命
air.
令を出して完璧にやってみ怖がらないで同胞たちすぐ
I didn't see what he does.
大気中ダークを壊滅しうるは勇猛さ
わかった。お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
Ah, golden glow.
Can I
Unfortunate.
really do it? ご指示
See what he
悪くない場所だ
なんでこれで分かったでしょ
I should have put it here, damn it. See how much ship damage.
Follow me 言われなくて一匹も逃げられるとよくない博士
Okay, not that much damage. Oh! I'm dealing more damage now for some reason. Something's pew-pewing me. Goodbye,
Can
golden
I
glow.
really do it? Alright
戦場
Okay, we're halfway
そ
done
れ
with
が
this
体の
stage.
もの
Oh, he's coming over here. Oh, shit.
I'm here to help We're counting on you again today
いや悪いね僕は別に信徒
We
じゃ
can
ない
put
よ
Rasmontes here. Okay, put Rasmontes. Play safe.
始まる
Oh, he stays there for a while. Okay. Inserter it then. I can remove someone.
Oh, almost dozed off ビクトリアのバグパイプ波状棒とともにマイル
Okay, it doesn't deal that much damage.
ご指示を
Oh, it's up now.
意志を堅固にするは規律
Holy moly. He is not taking damage. Okay, that's arts. He definitely does arts.
信号は誰が戦場で
Hey, my golden
旗を
glow,
武器にするんだよ
助力の博士
There we go. Okay, true damage is doing something there.
I'll do my best
Okay, definitely Amiya then. Amiya can be pretty good. I'm gonna set Amiya up here. Or here. Huh?
I'm so tense
Is that global? He's hitting everyone I have.
お前の叫びなんて誰にも届かねえよ
Asshole.
行くよ
See how it is. Yep, he's hitting everybody.
問題ないよ誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ
死ね
Yeah, I'm gonna lose GG though. No, GG, hit this guy.
もっと声を上げろ
Wait, what? Okay, he's invulnerable when he does the global thing. He healed. That's not good. Healer, Gauss.
もっと声を上げろ
わかった。
僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
お前の叫びなんて誰にも届かねえよ。
Okay, he definitely seems to have stances. He has his sword out now this time. Oh my goodness.
すれば怪我しなくて済むわ。
Monster is kind of getting destroyed by that. Also, my Mudrock is getting destroyed by whatever these are. Okay, so Sky Air is not pretty good. Actually, you can't really heal.
お前の叫びなんて誰にも届かねえよ。状況どうした？
Okay, true damage is shown to be very good in this stage.
Let me create a diver. お前
Okay, who needs the help? These guys need the help. Come on, Exia, activate.
よくだよ。祝うよ。立ち上がる。
Alright, you can use the cannon to make him
問題ない。
explode.
即決。
Ah! He disappeared. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I actually don't know what he does though.
よくだよ。祝うよ。立ち上がる。
Alright. Surprisingly, not too bad. Calcit and Mudrock is definitely a freaking MVP of this chapter. Holy moly. Too good. Manfred? You're already down to your last few men. On any past battlefield, Victoria would have needed at least 2 or more Steam Knights in order to hold me off. Oh wow, really? 2 or more Steam Knights for this guy. But look at yourself now. You're just a bunch of plain soldiers. Hold formation. Those who still have energy in your shields, stand together with me. Snipers, sustain fire, pin him. Yes, Captain. I've said it before, no matter how strong he is, he's still just a flesh and blood Sarkaz infected. His hearts have a limit. Want to wait until I pass my body dry? You'll never live to see me exhaust my strength. Ah. Got lasered. Blake! Horn, take my sword. Got it. When they fall, they turn their gazes to you, still with hope. I never thought I'd see such brilliance in Londinium again. But how much longer can this fragile light persist? Horn! Robin? Oh, Robin's also getting chopped. No cause for alarm falling here, just returning. Returning back to Londinium's land. Sarkaz. You fired all of your remaining ammunition at once? Well done. You stopped me in my tracks for the first time. But after this, you're out of tricks. After you watch your comrades die one by one, will you lose the will to fight too, White Wolf? Oh, she's gonna go crazy mode. Rita. I can understand how disappointed you are in your father. Yes, a soldier's blood flows through my body. But just as Victoria invented steam trains, yet only decades later abandoned steam, modern Victoria has taken off the crown meant for people to lift their gazes at, and no longer needs soldiers like your great-grandmother or me to fight for her. There will come a day the White Wolf, together with the lion Hadisha he accompanied, will be no more than indistinct images left in the history books. Your father's taken note of that. He's ground down his own sharp claws so the family isn't torn apart by the tides of the ages. But you're different. You grow in a changing Victoria. Rita Scamandros, you won't need to fight a Land Trotter's campaign in the name of the Aslan King. That's Horned. Scamandros. But Victoria is still your home, and Aslan is siege. At least the Aslans. Sarkaz, so long as you occupy our cities, I will always have a reason to fight. My desire to defeat you is shared with every Victorian. Your shield is of little use now. I still have a sword. Your sword, ha! Common as could be. You want to battle me with a sword like this? Oof. Don't underestimate it, or me. You're so fond of remembering the Steam Knights. When you take off the armor that Victoria forged them, they turn out just to be victorious. We must the pilots, right? Control room? Or at least the walls. We actually got inside? Why has this wall turned so soft? Not bad. For an instant back there, I thought I was gonna get my head painted over Londinium's walls. It was Misery's arts. He wouldn't see us hurt. Right. Calcit told me your brain was an important asset to Rhodes Island. My hands don't come cheap either. Come on. Wow, we're actually not doing the fights, we're dodging. After that, I'm never asking to hitchhike with you again. Blaze, carrying me everywhere is a way smoother ride than your arts. Am I right or am I right, Doctor? I wouldn't say that Blaze Express is that comfortable. You better take a breather, Misery. I agree, Misery. I saw it clearly. Manfred almost impaled you with that thrust. That was just a desperation blow. He had no other move. You successfully provoked his rage and that made him overlook my approach. I didn't even think I could fool him twice. I didn't at all intended to. When he asked me that, I definitely felt his anger. That rage of his rushed at me like a heat wave. If Manfred uses all his strength, anyone nearby would have trouble lasting for long. Best I... Misery, I know you want to help that Victorian officer, but using large-scale matter transformation arts several times in one day is too taxing on your body. It's okay, Amiya. I won't drop dead for a while yet. Besides, I promised Calcit. You elite operators make plenty of promises to Calcit, don't you? Inject these emergency meds into yourself. The fight in Londinium's only just begun, and I don't want to see you off somewhere alone again, swallowing down all the blood you're practically throwing up. Amiya, enemies inbound. Holy. Amiya, cut them off. Tie up 6 zip lines to me. Closure, let's plant the bombs. Misery found us a weak point on Londinium's defense system. We need to see this control room destroyed. Right, how's the battle up top? Blistering speed, White Wolf. This was your true aim, wasn't it? Fangs and claws as fierce as these, yet tamed by Victoria's noble etiquette. Was it really worth it? Sarkaz, wasn't your present appearance once packaged in so-called culture? I hear your people used to look very different. You can try your hardest, but you still cannot kill me, so long as this city's defense continues to churn. No, wait, White Wolf, you're only stalling. You and Rhodes Islands are collaborating again. Do you know who they are? Do you know what that caught us leader? I only know that they can stop it. Oh, it's that thing again. White Wolf, should you miraculously succeed today, you will witness a corner of Londinium's walls collapse with your own eyes. Is that what you want to see? From this moment on, the legend of Londinium ever standing may well no longer. From this moment on? Yeah, I mean, they've already seen them collapse. You have the Sarkaz in there. The fact that you can be stood here means the idea that Londinium has never fallen is nothing more than a self-reassuring joke. Exactly. The Sarkaz already kind of taken over Londinium. Damn you, if those dukes outside take note of this, Are you aware? You're finally showing a hint of panic in your face. That goes to show my decision was the correct one. If this wall only exists to smother the screams of the Victorians from within, then it's already lost its founding purpose. You ought to let those dukes hear. Hear how our fellow citizens cry out under your slaughter. Ooh, it's amping up. How? How much longer until we can go outside? Oh, it feels like this passage is about to collapse. Are we all going to die here? Don't look down and don't look back. If the fear gets too much, just stare at the way ahead. The signal light's still on. This is our hope that our soldiers lit for us. We wait for the light as it turns bright, and then we can catch sight of the sun in Londinium once again. What about the Sanguine arc? Oof. Still dealing with him down there. With the Glasgow gang. Your firepower is too strong. Rock, we can't get any much closer to the train. Send all the drones. The bombardment hasn't stopped. The people down below still hold out? How much time do we have left? There's been no word from the commander's end. I believe in my family. That's the one and only reason I've kept on for this far. Oh boy. Yep, Glasgow gang. And frickin' vampire bro. Bloody hell, I can't get these things off me. That's not it. You saw how fast they were a moment ago. He's slowing them on purpose, like he's just watching how long he can run for. What kind of sicko is he? Ooh, what is that piano? Listen to the sound of your breaths, your pulses. Are you finally tired out? Is this the honor of the Sarkaz? This isn't fit to be called a battle. Battle? You seem to have the wrong idea. The king of Sarkaz isn't here, so I'm left with no matching opponent at all. Would you converse with the meat beast about glory or honor, when you know full well that hunting them serves to do nothing but excite your senses, but their only ultimate service is as an entree on your dinner table? You treat us as prey? You may be a Sarkaz, but slaughtering like this out of pure personal taste is still far too barbaric. Do not appraise me by your understanding of culture. It would be the most hideous kind of slander to me. Try and resist me, before the filthy rubble pummels you into mincemeat here. I will borrow your blood to record your feelings at death's door, all your fear, unwillingness, anger. Let them burst forth upon me to your heart's content. Okay, so that's how he steals identities, I guess. By slurping. Vina, get over here. No. Vina! Morgan, you fall back too. Ugh. You're going to stand in front of all of us and resist him? Yes. You're no match for him. I know. And you're not planning to turn and flee, even if you'll be shredded in an instant. Have your flesh leave the dullest stain in the whole tunnel? Only if you can all run faster than I can. Why? Because... There is no because, I just want to do this. When the city above us falls towards us, I want to be the first to embrace it in that instant. If that's so, the light in the passage seems to glow brighter. Are her eyes failing her? Why is there starlight in Londinium's underground? No. How long have they gone without seeing the stars behind the clouds, even on the surface? Siege blinks. She suddenly realizes that is no star. It is a button. The deterrite is the cake that has been shaken off, and now it is shining, and she has the exact fortune to know what it does. Do we just blow everything sky high? She was brought underneath the palace at 3 years of age. Her mentor carried her upon his back, using a tremendous paw to guide her in pushing the button. So it's the asshole. Londinium's subterranean sprawled about its own muscle and bone, exposing it to the future liege, its veins and arteries, filled with life. Over 20 years later, She has found it for the second time. Oh, so she is kinda sort of familiar with the place then. Bombs, mounted at all nodes. Doctor, I've got a retreat ready. Move it, they're in here, stop them. Sarcasm mooks. Ugh. Amiya, damn it, how are they coming so thick and fast? Did Misery leave too late? Did they not stall Manfred? I'll hold them off. All of you, go. Doctor, give the detonator to me. No. You won't have a chance to retreat unless I lock down these enemies. Once you've successfully withdrawn, I'll blow up this control room straight away. No. Doctor, we can't wait any longer. Think of the SSC fighters, Victoria's soldiers, Lady Heidi and Siege team. And every single Victorian being bombarded right now. None of us can hold on anymore. Mia, take my hand. Tell me when to push the detonator. Doctor. Nope, that's ours. These black lines are everywhere. I can't see anything. Now. Kaboom. Oh jeez, that is a lot of kaboom. I mean, we are destroying the walls. Doctor, why are you in front of me? Because I wanted to. I'm not the weak child I was anymore. I won't drag you down anymore. I can withstand these arts and these flames. I know. You're so powerful now. Far more powerful than I am, probably. What do you mean by that? But no matter how many opportunities you give me to choose, no matter if we're confronted with the Draco's flames or the fiery light of these explosions, this is what I want to do. Doctor? Oof, caught you. Wonder why you asked me for those 6 zip lines, Doctor. This is what it was for? It'll be hard to move about, but oh well. Not as if you run fast ordinarily. Hey! Fly, my drones! How's that for a surprise, Doctor? In response to your demands, I've tinkered on my drones and finally developed a people towing glider function. There's a cap on its long-term use, but at least it'll get us safely on the ground. Now's the time to dial up the explosions. We're just popping everything now. And the fight up? Yep, the fight up. It's gonna get... The control room. They did it. Time to get the hell out of there, Horn. Ah. Wow. How long ago did you tire out? You can't even brandish your sword now. You really were doing nothing but making a strand with all you had. Anyone else with your wounds would be in a coma 10 times over by now. You realize. Slow, aren't you? General, the explosion in the control room has affected the cannons. The batteries and the minor section of the wall structure here have all been severely damaged. If we hang around here any longer, we'll fall. Notify all hands, retreat. What about this soldier? I've defeated her already, but toppling her would require spending more effort still. And it's not worth spending the time here any longer. Aha! White Wolf of Victoria, you are a worthy opponent. Should you live to descend this city wall, the next time we meet by my sword, I will send you to a death befittingly heroic. Cocky bastard. Next time? Will there be a next time? Londinium's walls is falling down, and so she endlessly falls too. I did it. Until you all left, I did not fall. Her blood flows out, and she almost loses the last speck of awareness she has. But her body is as if a part of her sword and shield at this point, harder than steel, unbending unless shattered. The weapon forged by Victoria still stands upon Londinium's wall. So the soldier she tempered to fruition keeps her watch upon it too, until a corner of it crashes to its city ground, and she returns to the land that raised her. Just how tall is this wall? Why is it like I'm flying up? Is it misery? Is that back? Horn, can you still move? Grab my hand, quick! Robin? You're not. Yes, I'm not dead. I was lucky enough to grab onto the outside structure when I fell. And then Mr. Misery here saved me again. Yep, it's Misery. Also Robin, let's go. What about Blake? Come, soldier. You haven't finished your fight yet. You lot, honestly. You won't ever let me rest, will you? Nope. Horn, don't shut your eyes. Don't forget, your soldier is still here. You can't fall. Robin, you've turned as noisy as a certain someone now. He means bagpipe. Oh, forget it. I've never been able to do anything about you lot. Oh, but the weapons are falling down. Her vision becomes clear once again. The city wall of Londinium is still there, and though its highest side is now adorned by the tiniest hole, it still seems as towering, as unyielding as ever. What's that shaking? Artillery finally do the underground structure in? What? I think it's did the underground structure in. No, that's not it. This shaking is coming from underneath us. Vina, what did you do? I've found a path we can walk. Is this whole tunnel moving up? How? You'd think we'd know it could do that after living here for so long, right? There are always some locals who'll know more than others. That monster. Is it still gonna come after? It will. But maybe not today. So you found a new course to flee down. Ah, but of course. This scent. Is it that feline giving it off? No, so-called royal families are no more than alive. So-called to consolidate power and coin, as laughable as his nation's culture. Even if she is that runaway's cub, the smell of her blood would be no different to any other feline. So this completely different scent. Interesting. Does Ceresis know about this? You'll have no chance to verify for yourself. Oh? I remember who you are. You're that little disciple by Therese's side. Even if your teacher was stood right here, he would be trouble to apprehend you. He's no longer fit to be my teacher anymore. This odor of cursecraft. So you've come too, Banshee? I thought you were in that city right now, playing games with my entourage. It's Logos. Rifling unpracticed artists. They weren't enough to hinder my step. Ah, that makes things tricky. This underpass on the verge of collapse is no fine place for the royal court to congregate. Am I nothing in his eyes? Just because I didn't learn my skills from Theresis or have any noble blood? This long-winded old man's genuinely pissed me off. I'm going to gift him 100 bombs as a farewell present. And if you have any objections, let's go interventions. Report. Rhodes Island's people have jumped out from the control room. They had that caught us, so we couldn't snipe them. And the rebels in the underground tunnels? We detected an explosion from beneath, and the Sanguinarch hasn't returned yet. Where is Hodor? He's severely wounded and currently unconscious. Absolute failure. Assemble what workers remain and have them inspect the city defense systems and report the damages. We must be prepared to activate more batteries, and even the main cannons. Surround the remaining individuals at the station. Surviving rebels will be sure to pass through there. The scouts are reporting they've detected another group rapidly closing in on the station. Manfred, don't blame yourself too much. You've already tried your hardest. What are you doing here, Theresis? Okay, they won't even show. Station's open, boys. Rock, take a look at the city wall. The defense artillery's been shut down? Then the signal. They're coming. They're all coming. But the Sarkaz, they're all rushing this way. Stop them. Kill every last one. If we can just repel the Sarkaz, we can start up the train. You're not getting away that easy. Ah. How's the rebel army coming from that way too? What? Is that reinforcements? A team's broken through the Sarkaz forces blockade from the north side. Who called them in? Did some of the messengers we sent to the city center survive? Did they get to ask for help? Victorian mercenary. You've done a fine job, my Sudean friends. You can leave the next battle to us now. We're more on the professional end. The way they work, they must have loads of experience. Is that Rhodes Island's operator? Oh, it's Dagda. Welcome back. Break them up. Make a passage. Ensure the SS fighters. Okay, that sounds so bad still. Ensure the self-salvation fighters withdraw from the underpass safely. Snipers, take down those signalers. It's Miss Montague. Montage? That name rings a bell and a half. Some noble in the paper or something. Don't get distracted. No matter who they are, we're on the same side. We can get through. Quick, lead everyone onto the train. Sir, opening. Oh wow, Lady Heidi, we made it. I told you, our soldiers won't let us down. They're her people. Did our messengers get in contact with her? To be more precise, it was your Rhodes Island messenger. Dagda, look, it's Dagda. That tart. There, among the crowd, Dagda sees them too. She throws down the Sarkaz she's tussling with and rushes through the passage, made with no hesitation. Arms reach out to her partners, kicked and grind. I was so scared I'd be late. No, you weren't. No matter when you come back, we could never call you late. Bastard, you stormed off just like that, remember? I didn't even get to beat you up. You're still in time to do it now. Hey, Veena, do you know she'd come back? I knew. I get you hid it from Indra. She'd never take help from Noble's mercenaries unless it was critical as this. End of the line type. Stop griping about me and let's get these idiots dealt with first. I never stop here. Veena, I didn't finish. You could have at least given me a shout. You had me wondering if Dagda was off in some corner again while we were being killed. I was all ready to take the Sarkaz down with me. I'm sorry, Morgan. This won't happen again, I swear. Kappa. Siege group, fully assembled, the Glasgow gang. We just wait for the doctor's lot to come back, then we can all get out of here together. Choo-choo, time to take the choo-choo. Everyone, we're back. Lavicia. Amiya. Fancy coming in from the sky, all of you. We're touching down. Gangway, get out of the way. Grab the zip line, don't crash into the train. It's our only means of escaping alive. I've got the doctor help. We're alright. Safe landing. We actually made it. Rock. Commander, is Rock alright? Everyone evacuated out? We have more survivors than anticipated. It's thanks to you, Feist, and everyone you brought in from Rhodes Island. You see that, old Bill? No, don't you faint on the job now. The battle's still not done. If you can move, then come help me in the engine room. There are still Sarkaz forces pursuing us. There's nothing they can do now. Guess we'll hold them off from here. Right, damn right. Us together. Commander, the train's setting off. Already? Amiya, we're getting on. Alright. Go. See ya, kids. Whoa, cool. Chop. Amiya? Amiya, careful, the train's moving. Amiya, what are you looking at? The Kota's girl does not reply. Her body is still. Even her breathing seems to have stopped. You can tell she's shocked. She's never let emotions as unveiled and intense show before the operators. This moment is incomparable. Did she see Theresa or something? Oh boy. At the same time, the Sarkaz chasing the train all come to a halt. They all turn their heads, looking in the same direction. A Sarkaz enters the ruins. All smoke seems to part at her feet, all sounds of fire suspended about her. Only wind remains, growing stronger and fiercer. The ash laden on the ground is blown about, some sticking to her attire, some smudging her pale hair. She seems not to mind at all, only silently gazing into a point of the ruins. It seems to have once been part of the defense artillery. A jet-black foul beast is there now, perched atop the still warm cannon mouth. Most likely disturbed by the train picking up in speed, it shakes off its wings. As if somewhat in response, the pale-haired Sarkaz turns around. Oh boy. Yep. She should have no sight of who is aboard the train, but her expression is as if she had recognized who is looking at her. Her face is so warm, yet her eyes are so filled with sorrow. The sorrow is so much. Perhaps not all of it comes from her, but comes from the one who stares at her too. There it is. Amiya, are you alright? The Kota's girl finally comes back to reality. She still doesn't give you a response, and you're in no rush for her to give one. In one ear, you hear the calls of foul beasts. You see a flock of them out of the window, flapping through the air, rushing into the gale ahead of... Oof. That's an image. The train takes you rapidly from the station. The city wall, the war, and that pale-haired figure all are left far, far behind you. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Is that the shard? Is that the remnants of cannon fire lingering in your brain? The train bumping against the railway, or thunder in those gloomy clouds gathering not far away? The center of Londinium is right before you, and all of you are riding into this storm. Just chugging along. There it is.
友人たちが祝福をささやいている。私たちの勝利だ。
Nice.
ドクター。
Expecting more story? At least one? Oh, medal. Thank you. Reflection of an ideal. There was once someone who could answer all our questions, but now we must find a new answer together. What the hell is the Kelsey doing? They are stationed on the outside. Manfred. Your Majesty. Oh boy, it's Teresa. Regretfully, I was late. Does your Majesty share the same regrets I do? That we were not able to stop them here? Manfred? Back then in Kazdel, you would never speak to me so guardedly. Back then, you'd look me straight in the eye. Your Majesty, Kazdel was nothing more than a cluttered ruin and a thick stack of blueprints. In all those years, you and the General. No, as things are now, there is no need to speak of past matters. Your Majesty has returned to the General's side. Together, you shall rule the royal court and bring the Sarkaz victory once again, just as countless times in the past. For me and the rest of the men, we need only remember this. Yes. Even so, Manfred, I really wish to meet the girl. Your Majesty, do you think a person dreams in death? I've dreamt of them often, the past few months. Again and again, I dream of that ship. I dream of conversation with that doctor of few smiles. I dream of standing shoulder to shoulder with that silent commander on the ship's deck. I dream of sitting by her bedside every night. telling tales of the Sarkaz in this great land, lulling the girl to sleep. Is the general aware? He knows all. However, a dream is but a dream. Isn't that so? Your Majesty, your cheeks. Ah, it's just ash. I thought I do not shed tears. Yes, why do I not shed tears? You're kinda reanimated-ish? Oh, it's the Confessarius. Your Majesty, in the end, you still allowed her to go to the city walls? You are aware of the threat the King of Sarkaz bears. Of course, not even Manfred or the Sanguinarch may be capable of successfully capturing the successor to that power. To defeat a Sarkaz king, the safest choice is naturally another one. Did you not intend that when you raised that suggestion to me? I also remember that you nearly killed me when I first suggested to bring her back. Vomit-inducing, that's what you said. It's difficult to forget such fury. My opinion has not changed. But we still need her, do we not? Only when the two of you stand together will the soldiers truly believe that the chaotic and dark era of the past is now history. They will never again question the legitimacy of your orders. They will no longer be two different voices in the Sarkaz hearts. To this end, we must get hold of the other Sarkaz king as soon as possible. Then go and make sure of that. The soldiers must focus on the war ahead. They must clearly understand that they are following a ruler who can lead them out of their plight, and not just some power of dubious ownership. I know. You have never cared for that black crown. For your satisfaction, I have never stopped reaching the Sarkaz King either. Thanks to her, I've made great progress. So should we get our hands on that Kotas too? Perhaps we will be able to truly understand the power of the Sarkaz King before too long. The Sarkaz are not slaves to any man or power. If the crown of the Sarkaz King is but another shackle, then crush it. Your wish aligns with my own. It will be done, Your Majesty. Oh. I did not expect you to return so late, Your Highness Sanguinarch. Heh. You seem tired. Confessarius, you neglected to inform me that the Banshee was there too. Ah, I thought you would have guessed it. A Banshee can be more trouble to deal with than an Naxxiter. What frightening talent. That said, next time I'll simply stick his tongue in a crystal case and gift it to his mother. The Regent and the Naxxiter King will not be pleased, Your Highness. Then they best not find out. Also that Manfred, how dare he use those toys mounted on the city walls on me? Half the filth on me is thanks to him. Perhaps I should teach him a lesson. I understand your frustrations, Your Highness. Consider this as a tiny compensation for the missing intel. I will suggest the Regent grant you the task of capturing the Sarkaz King. That bastard failed after all. I've been telling Theresis all this time, he's just a soft-hearted coward. It's fine. All of this is within the Regent's plans. Let them celebrate for now. After all, the best way to crush hope is to first let it come to fruition. The nobles in the city grow restless once more. You're right, let them continue with their folly. When the banquet is at its peak, the abrupt shifting of laughter to horror, it's tantalizing. Incidentally, speaking of the nobles, is there anything Your Highness wishes to report to the Regent? No, nothing. Tell Theresis, await the next banquet. Oh, he's not gonna... Lucy just covered. He's obviously discovered something, but he's hiding it? These little moves. I fear the Regent will not tolerate him much longer. Leader. Any movement from the Duke's forces outside the city? Oh? The Naxxter King will be returning soon. Once he arrives, sends him to meet the regent immediately. Also, didn't you mention the Victorian nobles sent some messengers back? Let us go and meet them. Sir, there's one more thing. Is there? She actually chose to return at such a time. Yes. Do you have a plan, sir? Oh. Send a message to the Royal Academy of Sciences. It's time for a long-awaited family reunion. It means shining. And Nightingale. Liz, how are you feeling? Are we going too fast? Are you tired? I'm fine. You have to tell me if you feel any discomfort. Yes, my chest feels a bit stuffy. Is it because you're getting closer to home? No, that isn't my home. Shining, my home is with you and Earl. I didn't want you to come back here, but I wanted to. I want to go with you, and I want to find what I have lost. I can feel that they're here. Yes, Nightingale, we'll find them, and they'll help you get better. You're going to get better. And then we'll return to Rhodes Island. Or we could also go to Casimir's. We'll go wherever you want. You will? Go with me, right? Of course, Liz. No matter when, as long as you want it, I will stay by your side. It feels like going on a brand new journey, while also returning to the starting point. Its high walls give Londinium the feeling of a giant cage, or even a sealed graveyard, but it is also the past and present home of countless people. This place hides many answers, yet it also leads to a great deal more questions. Where are we going? To a reunion or a separation? Workshop. Are we alive? Yes, it looks like we can finally take a breather. Wow, fucking cry. Rock, why are you crying? I've never seen you cry before. It's nothing. I thought of Bill. When I think of him, Old Bill. No, I shouldn't do this. The battle isn't over. It's fine, Rock. We're safe right now. We can take a break and think of Old Bill and our other friends. Before the next battle starts, it's what we ought to do. Oh. We meet at last. You are... Allerdale Cumberland. Call me Allerdale. I'm Clovicia's friend, and the Londinium Citizens SSC officer in charge of Ochterig Borough, that is Central Londinium. Okay. Cumberland. You're the Duke of Cumberland's daughter. I was just a small child when father passed away. I only remember him brushing his sweet-laden beard on my face wherever he returned from a fencing match. This is the only memory I have left after 20 years. I heard that the Duke of Cumberland was betrayed by other anti-royalist dukes. Father walked the path he believed in for the sake of his ideals. I respect him greatly, which is why I'm here. You and the other nobles within the city, you've been fighting against the Sarkaz. Yes, but our efforts have only just begun to bear fruit. I was extremely surprised when Isabel came to look for me. Not just because she's the Count of Manchester's successor, although the Count has always been one of our most steadfast supporters. It's just that I thought all the Knights of the Tower were dead. Isabel's return was a great inspiration to many of us. Of course, what surprised me the most was you. You know who I am? I was not aware at first. How could I be surprised otherwise? All these years, we have never stopped looking for you. But there were never any clues. Many thought that you were long dead. I never believed so. I do believe many of those looking for me actually wanted to take my life. Perhaps so. But even among those, there are many who have changed their minds. You've seen what's happened to Londinium. People lost their freedom long ago. All Victorians, even those nobles holding tightly onto their titles, must either become a slave to the Sarkaz or tremble in fear as they hope to survive till the next day. Even deep in slumber, they instinctively cry out, "Your Majesty." Is there anyone who has not wondered, should that sudden execution all those years ago have gone another way, would Londinium be as it is today? Do you really think that my presence here would change anything? At the very least, it opens up a new possibility. Even though you appear to be contemplating, I know you have already set your heart on it. Oh? You sent Isabel to contact me. Is that not a sign that you're prepared to lead us against the Sarkaz? I don't deny that I made a decision. But being prepared, you can never be fully prepared. You're not wrong. We should begin, Lady Cumberland. Allerdale, please walk me through our current situation again. I'm sure you understand that I have a lot to catch up on. Great, I love your enthusiasm. That's just what we need right now. Then, welcome home, Alexandrina, Your Majesty. Another name drop. Oh, and Calcit just wandering in the streets, of course. Heidi. Calcit. It's tough to get a meeting with you. Did anyone follow you? Don't worry, I've carefully covered my tracks all the way here. How could I be your messenger if I wasn't capable of that? You've already done very well. Your father will be proud. Haha. Frankly, many times in the past, when I was close to failure, I would think of you and wonder what you would do. I would also think about what you would say if I could get everyone to make it through with me. But now that you're really standing before me, I suddenly feel that all those things I've imagined mean nothing. Heidi, you are well prepared, indeed. At least, I will always be prepared. All of us will. By the way, are you in a hurry to see Amiya? I've confirmed that she is currently safe. It's been a long time since I was in Londinium, so I have a number of matters I need to take care of. That's good. There's someone, she's been waiting to meet you. Oh boy. Calcit, start talking. I need an explanation. You're alive. And what exactly do you wish me to explain, W? You're as calm as ever. Hard for me to tell if you knew before you got here or not. Whatever, it doesn't even matter if you're a monster or not. I've got bigger fins to fry. It's Teresa. It really was Teresa. You. How could you let Theresis get his hands on her body? Amiya? Ah, sorry, Doctor. I didn't see you coming. You've been preoccupied ever since the train. Yes, I guess there's no hiding it. And I shouldn't hide it from you anyway. Doctor, I saw her. Doctor, Miss Rockrock really was talking about her. Calcit said and W's attitude towards me. 4 years ago, Sarita passed away. Even though Dr. Calcit and W may disagree with me about the truth behind this, there's one thing we definitely wouldn't get wrong. That day, we really lost her. What's this about? I don't know. But the moment I saw her at the train station, I finally understood why I felt those emotions in Londinium. Besides anger, sorrow, an endlessly infinite sorrow. Yes, to the Sarkaz, anger and sorrow are symbiotic. It's just that they choose to dry their tears with anger most of the time. And all of those emotions seem to converge in her eyes. Even Teresa had never. You're hurting. Hurting? Maybe, but compared to them, those Sarkaz shattered by hate and prejudice, this is nothing. I can feel it. It's too little. Far too little. I glimpse it for a moment, but I was nearly drowned under that turbulent wave of emotion. What did Teresa go through? That's not your responsibility. Is it really not? Doctor, I said before that I really couldn't believe it was her. But when I saw her with my own two eyes, I found it wasn't very difficult at all to accept. Since I'm here, I need to know the truth. Not just the truth behind Teresa, but also the Sarkaz within the city. What exactly did they experience that they would be burdened with such anger and sorrow? And if the truth brings about more pain? Doctor? You can be afraid, Amiya. But we will walk onwards together. Yeah. Doctor, together. Let's look for the answer. This is also an answer I need. I apologize for interrupting you. There's an urgent matter concerning Vina, as well as our SSC. Based on a letter from Heidi, we've confirmed that this matter relates to you. Doctor, is Edward Artorius' relic in your possession? Tallulah dad? Shatterpoint End. There it is, boys. What's a Teresa in the background there? Is there gonna be another cinematic? Where's that end? They always do this, man. It's always the long line and then it baits you. Okay, fine. Sparks afar, and out from the ashes climbs a wall, sweeping on Adrico's flames. Tallulah? Or Chen? I haven't even seen Chen. Next, turn your textbooks to page 132. Terran Calendar 31. The Empire of Hippogriff was officially renamed the Empire of Persis. We have already spent 2 lectures talking about and analyzing this piece of history. Historians believe that the cause of the Hippogriff's fall from power was primarily its ruling class's corruption and incompetence, as well as the rise of Ursus and the forces of production that it represents. This war is often referred to as Ursus Uprising, representing the ancients standing up against the elders' authority. From this point onward, the legitimacy of the elders' rulership across Terra gradually waned. Yet if we look back on this war from a different perspective, we'll find a set of questions that naturally flow. Suppose it was another Ursus race that had been ruling the country, instead of the Hippogriffs. Would the revolution still have taken place? If, as the rulers, the Hippogriffs have not insisted on the policy of racial discrimination, they stopped taking Ursus' wealth as their own and gave the Ursus equal opportunity, would the Hippogriff Empire's downfall have been averted? Or would it have come sooner? What if the Kagan's cavalry never set foot on these lands? Kagan Quest. Hello. Hello, are you here to listen in on Miss Koshelna's lecture? Miss Koshelna? That's right. Her lectures on Imperial history are very popular. I've been noticing young men and women such as yourself listening in from the hallway. You aren't one of our students, are you? You don't look like a college student. You can actually go inside if you like. She's not going to mind if you stand in the back of the classroom. You'll be able to hear more clearly. No need, her voice is pretty clear as is. Okay then, this lecture is almost over anyway. I still have other lectures to attend, so please excuse me. By all means, please. You may not be able to find the answers to these questions in any textbooks, but I hope you will give them some thought. Let them occupy your brain as you eat, as you bathe, and even as you sleep. And when an idea has lingered in your brain long enough, write it down. I'm very interested in your opinions. Okay, let's wrap it up here. Enjoy your brief freedom until the next bell. It looks run-downish. Oh, who are you? It's a teacher. Do you have any questions, miss? Found you. Reunion still alive. Why did she go into the city? To look for someone. And why is this someone worth the risk? 9. You said it yourself. We can't get anywhere close to the nomadic cities while we're in Ursus. We want to pass judgment on her, don't we? Before she talks, she needs an answer still. Without this answer, she won't even believe half a word she says herself, and neither will we. We shouldn't be believing her to begin with. She went into the city herself. What if she makes a run for it? All the efforts and sacrifices that went into rescuing her, and all our plans about her going forward will all go to waste. They won't. She knows very well that she has nowhere to go. Besides, as long as you still trust me, I can guarantee you this. No matter where she goes, I will take her in again. I trust you. But that's based on everything you've done for us in the past year. You're not like her. You don't talk big. This is something that all of us like about you. It's a good thing. And you should make sure that you don't start picking up that habit. Are you worried I'll be influenced by her? I don't think that'll happen so easily. 9. A patrol unit is approaching. Stay hidden. Just as we predicted, in half an hour, this route won't be so safe anymore. She better come back in time. I thought I would have seen you much sooner, Tallulah. Oshelna. Couldn't have picked a more obvious name, could you, Kasche? Ah, names. Names are just a way to refer to people. If the sound of this name reminds you of certain unpleasant memories, you can call me Violette or Follette. Never mind. Your name is still of little importance to me. Just like your appearance, your name is not worth remembering. Why have you come then, Tallulah? Because you want a definite answer from me? Because you want me to tell you that, yes, Kashi has left your body, and you're just Tallulah and no one else? In that case, you will get what you want. I can tell you exactly what you want to hear right now. The question then is, are you willing to believe me? You want me to believe a black snake? Is this a new trick you're playing, Kasche? You gave me more than enough information to find you in the shortest amount of time. I can only assume that you were luring me here. Have you gone back to our home then? Our home, both yours and mine. That's not my home. It's nothing more than ground zero of a conspiracy, a nest beloved of venomous snakes. That's an awfully hurtful way to describe it. But you read my letter nonetheless, didn't you? You remember the channels through which Duke Kasche received the Scales correspondence. Not even the secret police who took over the dukedom figured it out. A letter sent 10 years ago, and its sender is tenured here at this college. I don't know if I should be gasping in admiration of how well prepared you are, or if I should be grateful that this channel stayed hidden for 10 years, while your scales have long been reduced to nothing. Does it make you happy that the territory has fallen into such neglect? Lula, under your rule, they could have lived a much better life. They shouldn't have been torn to shreds by the Fourth Army. Stop pretending you care about them more than I do. Tell me, what is there in this small northern town for you to willingly stay here? Kasche, if I remember correctly, you preferred cities further south. Not only because the air there is more humid, but also because lands where you cultivate generations of authority are more suitable for your scheming. But not the Thundra. The folk here lead a hard life. They have plenty to worry about sorting out issues with their food and harvest. To them, the speeches you pride yourselves on are like the artificial flower you wear. No purpose beyond aesthetics. Tallulah, Tallulah. What if I told you I'm here because your footsteps can be found in the Thundra? I'd say you're feeding me nonsense. The history of humanity is a history of struggle. You remember, don't you? You applied everything that I taught you through the years to your struggle. If you remember all of that, then shouldn't Tallulah, the fighter of the Thundra, and Tallulah, the woman who succeeded the title of Duke, be one and the same to me? Yet you destroyed everything that I built in the Tundra. Did I? Who do you truly blame for this series of fatal mistakes in your heart? If you actually thought yourself innocent, you wouldn't have needed a year and a half to ponder how you should die. The very moment your head turns, you will throw yourself into the next struggle. Tallulah, I know why you came to me. You want to use your judgment on me to judge yourself. You want to hear me you want to hear me repent so that you can start repenting yourself. What you want is a tiny, pitiable bit of mental comfort. Go on? You want me to go on? You thought I would let you witness my fury? No, Kastche, you don't deserve it. I've rehearsed everything you've said up until this very moment in my head, down to the very last word. A year and a half isn't that short, and I had nothing to do while I was imprisoned at Rhodes Island. If you want to survive this meeting, you'll need to say something more original. Very well, I can tell you've gotten more patient, thanks to that period of self-imprisonment. But I brought up the Thundra not because I wanted to provoke you. Take a look at this school. Look at the students' faces. They believe that the sunlight of many will melt the Thundra's snow. They also believe that Ursus, colder and harder than even the Thundra, will change beneath their feet. So you're sullying their innocence with your despicable ideas? You think I'm trying to find the next successor among them? No, my dear. I'm just a normal university lecturer. The only things that I impart here are knowledge and ideas. I hold no authority or wealth. If they want authority, they can fight for it themselves. If they seek a conspiracy, they are free to find the most suitable techniques in my lessons. You want me to believe that the failure you experienced through me devastated you so much that you washed your hands of it all? Failure? I never thought of that as failure. Reunion was not destroyed in the Chernobog core city, and neither was Kastche's plan. Right, you managed to stop Kastche, the war he sought, the war that could have changed Ursa's history in an instant never came to be. But Ursa still went on the trajectory that Kastche had set for her. War is happening. The conflict between the council and the army intensified, and the will of the people is sparking new flames through each and every conflict. And I will stand atop the most fertile soil, sowing seeds to the best of my abilities. I will guide, or perhaps I should say spur these revolutions to take root. I remember you once refuted the education of the masses as meaningless. If a ruler is so inflexible that she does not adapt to the changing tides, then she is undoubtedly following a path of destruction. You still see yourself as a ruler, I see. You actually haven't changed at all. I almost forgot you hated that word as much as you hated Kastche's control. I told you long ago that I didn't care who was in charge. How many times has power changed hands since the Ursus took these lands from the Hippogriffs? Tallulah, you are me and I am you. What we want is an Ursus that can yet spark fires from our hands. These fires will sooner or later engulf all of Ursus. No, not just Ursus. Victoria and all the other countries will be caught in the flames too. When the fire is over, will these lands become more prosperous, or will they be dealt destruction? Ursus has walked its first millennium. I will guide it down its second and third. This is the meaning behind the Black Snake's existence. So it's like a patron deity of Ursus. a weird one. The Black Snake is immortal, not because I want to live, but because Ursus must live. Oh, Londinium. Read sister. The Aslan Hire has returned to Londinium. It seems that way. The Sarkaz gave us this information in exchange for the Sarkaz messenger we returned to them. In exchange? They're merely using us to escalate the scuffle among dukes. It couldn't be more obvious, but we can also tell from their methods that the situation in Londinium has changed, and the Sarkaz are anxious. Did the Sarkaz say about anything else? Nothing useful. Ever since our spy's cover was blown, we haven't gotten much news from Londinium. Unfortunate. Right, it's unfortunate. Fortunately, our losses are still manageable. Right, there is another piece of news that might be important. We caught wind of this from a Colombian arms dealer we work with. About a month ago, that organization called Reunion recovered their previous leader. You mean Alula? She's licking her cheeks. If all the information we received thus far is correct, she could very well be a Draco. Draco Aslan. Oh boy. Let's go Civil War again. Bagpipe, where were you, woman? You having a laugh? No funny in here now? Why would I do that? Give me a slap. I'm sorry? Smack me right now, otherwise I might think I'm dreaming. There's a wall over there. Knock yourself out. Try not to ram it so hard you knock it down though. Otherwise you'll have some explaining to do to the country's mounted police. I'm not sure what to say. Are you really so shocked? You were the only one who's been going leaders got to be alive, day in and day out. But I thought I could... You thought she'd be waiting for you to rescue her somewhere? Uh-huh. But it's more of a surprise, knowing she's made it out. Thanks, Chen Chen. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met Rhodes Island. If I hadn't joined Rhodes Island, they would have helped me get her out. I'm so happy. That was a hard one. No hugging. Wow, but I'm so glad. At the very least, a little less of a squeeze. Ugh. Wait, Shen Shen, does that mean you're gonna leave then? You promised to help me rescue her, but she doesn't need me to rescue her anymore. Times like these, you think pretty fast, don't you? To tell you the truth, I thought about it. Ever since I found out she'd escaped, I've been thinking of looking for her. Actually, I can kinda tell. Chen Hui Chen never gives up halfway. We've come so far and finally found ourselves some clues. Bagpipe, I'll get to the bottom of this, will you? With you. Until the day the Spectre Force is exposed for all to see again. Only then will I do what I should have done long ago. I will find Tallulah. Ooh, there's so many factions. Think, Tallulah. Think with all the techniques that you learned from Kasshi, whatever everything that I say comes from the bottom of my heart. No need. Will you kill me here then? You have to avoid the Royal Guard's watchful eyes, so you don't have a sword. And so you must kill me with your flames. Will you commit such a horrifying crime in front of all my students, who have nothing but adoration for me? If I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't pick a method that would startle anyone. Don't forget, you taught me all of this. Will killing me satisfy you? If that doesn't give you the satisfaction you need, I could give you a second, if not third name. You're telling me that, aside from you, there is more than one black snake within Ursus's borders? You could also think that I'm trying to deceive you to live longer. Your new body is fragile. It wouldn't take any more work to kill you than it took to kill that old Phidia. What are you waiting for then? Quick, turn my body to ash and scatter it all across this dark hall. Terrifying infected murderer re-emerges in college campus. That's the headline that will don the front pages tomorrow. You wouldn't mind having that on your reputation. I should point out that I'm not afraid of the patrol unit who will be here in 3 minutes either. But your new friends who are waiting outside the city, they don't stand a chance against the Royal Guards. Even if they begrudgingly allowed you to return to Ursus because of those in control, they wouldn't tolerate murdering anyone on Ursus land. Pasche. If the Royal Guards found out that the immortal monster, the mastermind behind the Chernabog incident, was right here, do you think they would try to take me in or turn their attention and blades to you? So why haven't you killed me yet? Oh, they're still waiting. It's almost time. She's not back yet. 9, you're mistaken about her, aren't you? If she doesn't show up when it's time, all of you will evacuate as planned. And you? She's wearing my handcuffs. That makes her my prisoner. I will take her in myself. Sounds like I saved you the trouble then. Alula. You're back. Not a minute late either. Is your business done? More or less. So, you want to know what I got out of her? I was going to spare your ears my long-winded grumblings. Good, you seem to have lightened up. Even found yourself a sense of humor. So, what about the evil god? Did you slay him? She said that's not who she is anymore. And you bought it. No, but I'm also not the old Tallulah who would think that killing her would solve all of my problems. I won't let her out of my sight, and when the time comes, I will kill her myself. But I have a weird feeling about this. Weird feeling. An immortal evil god will die eventually, but I won't be the one to kill her. Ursus will kill her. Even now, she thinks she can bend human will. We will prove to her, though. One day, the people will awaken and abandon the ignorant conqueror. And on that day, there will be no more black snakes in Ursus. What about now, then? Now, before we come back here for the last time, we need to visit Victoria. Oh. So you've decided to come with us. I'm your prisoner. I have nowhere to go except with you. Besides, you said it yourself. The infected there are waiting for us. Ooh, everyone's going to Victoria. Oh boy. And that's it, right? Oh yeah. There's a lot going on in this chapter, hot damn. Compared to chapter 9 for sure. We collect. Dorm stuff. Nice. Hell mode, hard mode, whatever you call that. Wait, that's where you get the Heidi tokens? Oh boy. Okay. Ah, still scattered clips. Ooh, these are nice. D32, Big Boy Gel, Bipolar. Okay, we have to do some other time though.
あなたは
Right, boys. That's it for now. Chapter 10 was pretty good. See ya.